Hey, you know what works when we're doing an intro? Turning on your fucking microphone. It's been a hell of a week, and I cannot think of a time where Pirates and Howling into the Void have ever been more apt names for these streams. So, I will pop to the main stream in a second. Let me go ahead and because gamers just had to screw everything up.
What did I do?
Way to go, gamers.
You asked if I was going to be in tonight. I said yes. I said it earlier.
Wait.
No. Everybody's been getting shit because every time someone enters voice chat, OBS decides to fuck with where I position cameras, so I have to read
You need
them all.
somebody else in the chat then. After you fix it, let's try and find somebody else to bring in.
Actually, we already have a sixth member who may or may not show up. So
Well, there we go. Perfect. We'll just keep on adding to them.
Okay,
See,
what the hell? Why are
we
you
have
double?
to add. We have to add and then subtract and then add and subtract.
Did you say I'm doubled?
Yeah, you're doubled. You're on Rasmus's screen as well.
Oh, it's because of my Canadian personality. You can't have more than one. You have to have 2 or 3, possibly 4. Canada's slowly taking over the world. We're starting with Discord.
How did you only screw with Rasmus?
I don't know. I'm not even on Discord. I'm on my PlayStation while I'm talking.
Well, see, that's the thing. It adds to the 3 people should be 5 people you should have 3 on top and now 2 on bottom, 2 underneath.
That seems like a bad formula for
I'm glad you went there because I was about to, and I thought, well, maybe that's not a good thing to say. I don't know.
Oh no, welcome to my channel. We don't give a fuck what we say on this channel.
Okay, perfect. It's a lot like my channel then.
I was already 100% sure that our particular topic for tonight, if I was monetized, it would immediately get us not just demonetized, but get us banned.
Nah, I don't think they go that hard on bans.
Well,
It was nice knowing you all.
They can. They can. What's the topic?
The world is fucked, everything's on fire, and we're all
okay.
have to support each other. You know, that topic.
I made a joke on Facebook the other day. I said, hey, hey, American friends, I'm looking for a roommate, so if anybody from America wants to run away from their upcoming president and move to Canada, just let me know. And it was not meant to be taken serious in the slightest. And next thing I know, I'm getting bombarded with PMs being like, is this for real? When can I move in? And I'm like, the fuck? I don't even know you.
Well, I like the fact that we're only
Hi, my name's Nightkind, and I do bog. Can't even make a joke. Make a joke.
I love the fact that we're
Anyway.
only streaming at 240p. That's just great. We're fucking potato family.
What the fuck? That's gotta be a YouTube thing.
Yeah, I guess, because, I mean, as far as I know, all the other streams have been in 1080p. And I haven't changed any settings for this stream.
It's like tonight I was watching this that video game journalist from Canada, and he was like showing off the PS5 Pro, and he's like, yeah, look at this quality and everything, and I was the only one in his comment section. There was like millions of other people in the live chat. I was the only one who said, yeah, you know what? Your stream's only broadcasting at 1080p, so this amazing quality in 4K that you're talking about, yeah, we can't see it. Like, it doesn't exist. YouTube doesn't support 4K unless you like have a shit ton of tech behind your stream.
I don't know why anybody would even really want to try and push 4K. Like, that's just
I've managed to get it to work several times. So I've streamed my video card on my PC allows me to stream in 4K on YouTube. I've done it a few times. It's okay. It just doesn't. It's not that consequential.
Oh.
Like, I mean,
Oh, that's why. Because we are actually ass fucking YouTube with our bitrate. According to its suggestion,
Trade already. Say it again, please.
according to its suggestion, we are streaming at 10,218.30 kilobytes per second. It only wants us to use a stream rate of 400.
What you're saying is we're being throttled.
Yes, extremely.
what's your YouTube channel again?
Dinner with Wolfbox. Or, you know, you could just go into Discord and click that handy link that I sent like 5 hours ago.
I could, but I'm not on my Discord at the moment.
You could also
You're
go
not
to
on your computer.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook Messenger, Facebook itself. If I
You're
bothered
absolutely
with it,
right.
You could have gone to FetLife, you could go to Raspberry.
Your music on YouTube is actually drowning out all of our voices as well.
Yeah, I thought about that.
So we're talking away, and all we're hearing is death metal.
You know what? We're
Hey,
not
it's
talking
a-
about anything important yet, so...
You know,
Fair enough. All right.
trying to talk and not being overheard over the death metal is... That would have actually fit the night we reviewed the Fatal game system.
Yeah, because that would have been... It's just like, you don't want to hear this, so we're going to drown ourselves out.
Well, no, it's also, when that game came out, they included music with it that was basically extreme screaming.
Ah, yes, I remember now, the Fatal soundtrack, as they called it.
Yes.
It's a good thing that I don't consider this a professional channel right now, because anyone watching this is just going to assume, and correctly, that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Well,
Trust me,
you're better
nobody.
than me, because
Everybody starts off not knowing what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
True.
Half the time when I'm
Okay,
streaming,
but,
I'm just
you
waiting.
know, most of the time I can bluff my way through it. Tonight, I don't give a shit. Since Tuesday, I have just been hit with this heavy feeling of I just want to lay down and give up and watch the world burn.
that's
I'm
why we're
assuming this
moving
is
to
it?
Canada, huh, gamer?
Okay. With the amount of people that apparently want to move into my place, I might as well just buy an entire block at this point and just
Hey.
move everybody from America.
I have always wanted
Hey,
to
all
buy
I need
this-
is a couch and a suite.
Yeah, I've always just wanted to buy a farm and start a commune. Which requires me to also start a cult, but, you know, that's not that hard.
The cult has already been started. Or
Has it?
It has been for 4 years.
I didn't know I
No,
had a cult.
his cult.
His cult.
Yes, he Caden's wanting to start his own cult, not be a part of that cult.
His own. Okay. Huzzah.
All
Yeah,
right,
no,
right.
we're not going to go into any pre-existing cults, because those are all people that we can't stand.
Yeah.
Gamer,
And at
how's
least
the
I'm
music?
Honest, it's, you know...
The music? Let me check.
It's still too loud.
No, it's just be like, it's way too quiet, I can't hear it.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
good. Mm-hmm.
And again, at least he told us live on stream this time, instead of waiting another 2 fucking weeks.
I wasn't in that stream last time. I was just watching it after the fact. I'm like, by the way, there's no audio. It was just like the miming episode of your channel.
I don't even remember what we were talking about that stream.
Nothing important apparently.
Oh, wait! Wasn't that a Cards Against stream? So, like, we literally just had... It was a game night.
No, I don't think so. No, it wasn't. Not the one that I saw. It was you guys were like literally passionately improv talking about something.
All
You
I
guys, it was
remember
very
is-
passionate. That's all I know. You could tell by the hand movements and everything. It was something very passionate, but nobody had any fucking clue what it was.
All I remember is I was playing Fallout 76 at that point. And me and Rascalin were just going for it.
We'll just superimpose some alternate audio to that stream.
I think I deleted that entire stream.
Aw, you could have like just added in some alternate audio and really
Oh,
screw
God.
with your viewers. Be like, what the
Compile that
fuck?
shit. What was? Oh God! What has jumped?
Look at Ras's.
Oh Jesus!
What have you done to my forehead now?
You did it yourself.
No, just suddenly you were
not
just like
perfect.
completely washed out.
Yeah, whatever you did
Yeah,
was like
that.
a flashbang.
Hold
I'm
on.
trying to figure out because I've got it up on another
Yeah, that.
monitor here, and
Don't
I'm
do
like,
that
oh,
again.
what?
That did it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is me checking my browser. Damn.
You know,
Oh,
It's
dimness.
really annoying that it's broadcasting in such shit quality, though.
Dude, you're just like
Who
signaling
comes to these
aliens with
streams
that
for the
brightness in your
visual
face.
quality?
I mean, fair.
Well,
I mean, let's be honest. We all look like shit, especially this week. Are we gonna look any better in 1080p?
I look fine. I don't know what you're talking about. But then again, I don't have, I don't have the political issues that America currently has.
No, you have the political
Braggart.
issues that
Nobody
Canada
likes the
currently
braggart
has.
gamer.
It's nothing as bad as what Trump is promising. Trust me. Holy shit! I was reading some of that. I was like, this can't possibly be true.
Oh, it's...
Is he that far gone? Like, holy shit! I
Okay, I'll
thought
put it this
Biden
way.
was bad.
Somebody, it was my mother, while we were voting, tried to convince me that this was an old Democratic slogan, but I know better. But I almost just gave up and fell to the ground and was like, gonna just give up right there and not move. When I went to vote, and they had a giant banner that proclaimed, "Vote country, not party."
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, oh my god, that is some fucking fascist shit. Like, nationalists have used that for years. How did you put that up and not think, oh, this is bad?
Yeah, I just don't know what to believe because the media can lie about shit as well. I don't know if they are or not.
Oh no, they
'Cause
absolutely
It's
are.
really it's really hard for coming in from a Canadian standpoint and hearing shit like, oh, Trump's planning on well, I mean, he was talking about making it illegal for women to have an abortion. I'm
wants
pretty
to-
sure
He
I'm
wants
pretty
to
sure he's
support
going to do that.
nationwide abortion bans, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also said that he's planning on banning all gays, lesbians, and trans from the military.
Project
Which-
2025.
Yeah.
And then finally, the third thing was he said that he wants to make it illegal for Americans to be gay, lesbian, and trans. And I'm like, what? How is that going to fly? Like, who's going to approve of that? What are you going to do with them? Are you just going to put them into a concentration camp? Like, what's going on here?
the
He doesn't
problem
make
is
any
that
sense.
the Supreme Court is got 3 Trump appointed justices already. The GOP took a majority of the Senate and I believe the House as well. And of course, now they've taken the White House. I
Okay.
don't think Trump is going to make it that long. I would almost be willing to bet money he gets A25 6 months in.
So,
Yeah, but then,
They've already
but
been
then
talking about
that
his
happens.
mental clarity.
you guys
but then if
follow
that-
things a lot better than me, so correct me if I'm wrong on something. He was convicted, right?
Yeah,
They found him
Mhm.
guilty on 37 charges.
34. Yeah.
34.
34, yeah.
34.
It makes no
So-
sense to me how somebody who has been convicted of that many charges is still able to run for president. That's why
Well, hold
your
on.
political system is so fucked
That's
right
that's
now.
what I was about to get at, because that
Yeah.
lovely piece of paper signed by men with dirty asses that they love to tout, called our Constitution, does state that if you have any convictions, you are ineligible to run.
No.
Let
Yeah, so
alone if
how
you
is-
have
No,
34.
it does not.
Yeah,
That is
he
that
can
is a
still run.
misconception. He can still
Yeah.
run. He was not found guilty of an insurrection or treason against the United States. Those are the only two convictions that can prevent him from running. That can prevent anybody from running for president.
I say we invoke my favorite clause, which is that little clause that everyone ignores, which says if the government makes itself a nuisance to the people, it can be completely dissolved. Not doing anything illegal, not taking away rights, not committing genocides, just if it's a nuisance.
The biggest problem I foresee is when Rasklin said, well, you know, it could be a matter of time before he ends up getting kicked out of presidency. But I mean, that's true and everything, but then who steps in? It'll be his second in command or whatever, that fucking clown
Yeah.
that's just as bad as him.
Well, the
So,
other
JD
problem
Vance, who is worse.
impeachment takes a majority agreement. And unfortunately,
No,
his party does rule, so
They're not
impeachment's
talking
probably out.
impeachment, though. They're not talking impeachment. They're talking 25th Amendment, which takes the vice president to say, hey, the president is incapable of performing his duties. He has to have a significant, he has to have, I don't remember what the exact things are. It doesn't have to be either the Senate or Congress. It just has to be a sizable chunk of one part of the government to say, yeah, we agree with you. He's out.
But isn't the vice president under Trump that one dude?
Yeah, JD Vance, who is
Yeah.
worse
But
than
he's never gonna agree to that. He's never gonna agree to try and.
Clicker.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on. That's the problem. Because there comes the second question. We know that Vance is, in fact, Trump's lapdog, but the question is he ambitious?
Very.
So, the moment ambition comes in, he sees that opportunity. I don't
And
put it
remember-
past him to go for the throat.
And remember, he was not originally Trump's lapdog.
Right.
That's true. That's
He
true.
indeed said Trump had no business running for office. He said this prior to the 2020 election.
He said it when he was running against Trump for the Republican nomination.
And look who else has suddenly started kissing his ass. It's not just Vance. It's, let's go down the list of people who used to scream Trump has no place here, who have switched. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham really hated and probably still does hate Trump behind closed doors. Ted Cruz. I mean, I'm sorry, but as unpopular as Ted Cruz is, I would still have, in a judge of competence, take him over Trump.
I mean, at least the Zodiac Killer was honest about what he did.
There's, oh god, it's a long fucking list of people who've, like, I hate to say it, like, Romney has basically mostly held steadfast. So did McCain before his death. And
So for everybody watching, if you want to interact in chat and like tell us to get off our pity horses or whatever, or just switch to a lighter topic, feel free.
Until then,
This is
Sorry.
we are going to bitch, we're going to complain, we're going to moan because we're all pissed off. And at least one of us is an anarchist, so that's my fucking job, is to complain about the government. But ultimately, I do want this to be a supportive stream as well, so if you guys want to chat and interact, like, feel free. Don't just sit here listening to us gripe and complain.
let's not forget that Trump's former vice president grew a pair. And I don't like the guy.
Oh, when Pence stopped supporting Trump, that was actually kind of funny.
See,
That-
that's what I was worried about, was because I heard during that entire campaign run that the Republican Party was slowly like taking away their support, and that there were some red states that were suddenly just anti-Trump, and yet all those states are still red. So I'm very confused.
It's okay. We see this on the other side of the divide. Like, would Harris have been my first pick? No, but I voted for her. It's going to be the same way. In 2016, there was a woman on camera, being asked, did she like Trump? She said no, but he's the conservative candidate, so he's who I'm going with.
Yeah, look at Bill Barr. He said that Trump has no business being in the Oval Office ever again, but he also said, I'm going to vote for the Republican nominee.
And in both cases, my gods, the primaries, and I use that term very loosely, both parties screwed this up. Now, we know why the Republicans screwed this up is because Trump owns the damn party. There's going to be a massive fucking shift and a void to fill and so much backstabbing when he finally dies. I don't think, even if he gets 825 out of there, you're still going to have people taking orders from him. And how stupid as that is. Then over on the Democratic Party, looked like it usually is just a default that the incumbent president is de facto the nominee. But that makes sense. But let's face it, Pelosi has said that Biden should run earlier if he wasn't going to run. I agree with her. There's been a lot of pointing fingers lately in the Democratic Party since Tuesday, and yeah, I get it. But
That is a sad day when we're agreeing with Nancy Pelosi.
the thing is, the Republican Party has gone further and further over to the right, whereas the Democratic Party is terrified that it will lose if it goes to the left, so it goes to the right and loses anyway.
Well, especially since, as we pointed out before, and as has been pointed out many times, American politics is skewed so hard to the right that what we call the left is the center.
There are countries that consider freaking Bernie to be right-wing. Barely right-wing, center right-wing, but still.
The biggest confusion I have with Trump is he second guesses himself way too much. He'll like say something, and then the following week he'll claim that he never said it, or something like that. And because I remember when he was originally president, he was saying, "Oh no, I got no problems with people who are gay," and now he's doing this, and it's like, well, so what is it? What is the truth here? Is it the fact that you're homophobic? You're not homophobic? You're an idiot? You're not an idiot? What's going on here?
Well,
he's all over the place.
at the heart of it, the thing is that despite his personal beliefs, despite what we might think of him, down at the heart of it, Trump is still a businessman. So whatever comes out of his mouth is going to be whatever gets him the most support.
But he's failed so much.
I was about to say a failed businessman.
I didn't say he was a successful businessman. I said a businessman.
Well, now there actually is an argument to be made here, and I'll play devil's advocate about it.
One of us has to.
Donald Trump himself has been very successful. His businesses have failed, but notice it's never his money that's invested in the businesses.
Which he has said before.
So he's
never invest your own money.
he's using other people's money.
Yep. And
to still lose.
No, he's winning. He is winning. He is
that
because
money?
Yes, because he gets paid a salary, and he gets paid for his name being on the buildings. He keeps getting the money. His income is an expense for the business. So when the business fails, he's profited.
Yeah. And that's
He doesn't care
So
when
basically
the business.
he plays shell companies too. So he's just got stacks upon stacks of companies using royalties with the Trump name.
Fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
what we have to remember, the best example is Trump vodka, because as weird as it sounds, especially to, I mean, that we've got at least 2 people here who don't drink. And Trump also does not drink, but he slaps his name on a vodka.
Yep.
Anything. He'll
I'm waiting-
slap his name on anything to get
I'm
a
waiting for
benefit
him
from
to make Trump McDonald's cheeseburgers. It's only a matter
He
of
did that in
time.
the 80s.
So
He
he'll bring
worked
it
there,
back.
why
What are you
not?
talking? What are you talking? He'll bring it back. He's obsessed with McDonald's. It's crazy.
I've seen that
He's obsessed
commercial
with
he did.
himself.
Well, I mean that too.
Hey, guess
That's-
what? Those
Yeah.
things have something to do with each other. I'm pretty sure he's been a
Ketchup?
major investor in McDonald's for a while.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Like, he's not on the board, but he's got investments.
So he's actually paying himself by eating so much McDonald's.
Exactly.
I still can't get over that time when he invites over these football players or whatever the hell they were. I can't remember. I think they were football players to the White House, and they're expecting this brilliant meal. They're like, oh, they're all excited. They're like, oh, meal at the White House. I brought you McDonald's Happy Meals.
Burger,
Fuck off.
burger,
Are you
burger,
insane?
Hold
Are
on.
you fucking nuts?
It's time for me to switch drinks, and I think I have a very appropriate drink for this stream. I'm gonna crack open a Venom.
Trump vodka.
No. Venom!
Oh, a Venom.
Yes.
Venom.
Perfect for this stream.
That's an energy drink.
Yep, guaranteed heart palpitations in 5 minutes.
Wow,
All right.
that's okay. Have fun.
Oddly specific, I've timed it, trust me.
I used to drink those Diet Rock Stars, and I was on set of a movie, and we're just downing Rock Stars, and all of a sudden I'm like, "It feels so good." Damn near had to go to the hospital. So, sorry, wow. That's, I'm like, you're drinking a energy drink?
Oh, I used to drink
Because
two
I'm
and a
afraid-
half of those a
no.
day.
Okay.
I think this. I'd just like to use this to point out something. Trump's health. Why is this man not dead yet? Because he keeps eating tons and tons of McDonald's and
Rascalin,
yes,
Ozzy Osbourne, Keith Richards, Keith Moon to a point.
Ozzy Osbourne does drugs. He doesn't do McDonald's.
No.
Yeah,
That's the point I'm making. Keith Richards, Ozzy, all of them, they have done drugs and God knows what for years, decades, and they are still alive.
Yeah, but he still eats
Worse for the
properly.
rare, or worse for the wear, but still alive.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can, how long you can live when you can afford to go to the doctor and get prescribed all kinds of drugs and stuff like
Oh
that.
my God, when we have health care?
well,
Yeah.
There's the other thing of he also does not believe in exercise. When asked, he says, "It's because you're expending your battery, and you shouldn't do that."
He goes golfing.
Yeah, he
goes
does
golfing.
golf.
Oh, well, now we just have to pray his battery wears out.
Also, I'm not going to be devil's advocate. I'm going to be that guy. If we take him at his word and he really is banging as much as he claims, that's great cardio.
I don't think his Johnson's had much action since.
I was gonna say, who the right
Viagra.
mind wants to bang that besides this department
He
store
can't even
mannequin
see
wife?
his pen. He can't even see his eggplant. He is so.
You don't need to see it to
Voluminous.
use it.
I actually have a question. Have any of you watched his speech after he won?
No,
Did you ever see it?
no.
It made zero sense. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? He's like, well, I want to thank my wife for all the work she's done. I'm like, yeah, she smiled at the fucking camera. Well, that's good. I'm glad she helped you out. And
Hey,
then
that takes a lot for her.
This makes
I
me
know.
sad.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're a freaking Sears mannequin. And then, what else? He was saying, like, oh, he was thankful for Elon Musk for all the work he's done, and then he went on to ramble about the
rocket.
shuttle, the rocket landing, and I'm like,
Rocket.
what does any of this have to do with your administration right now? Like, you're literally just on stage rambling nonsense, and then you go around and say, "Well, Biden doesn't make any sense on stage," and now you're
Well, see,
freaking orgasming about a rocket on the stage. Like
that's
what?
how his dick works. Elon has made it into a rocket.
He was also talking about how white the rocket is. So
Yeah.
his
Look, there's
eggplant-
times that it's a dog whistle, and then there's times where it's just a fucking slide whistle through a megaphone.
What I don't understand is Elon Musk used to hate Donald Trump. Like, I mean, he
But-
originally
okay,
had.
Okay, you're forgetting something. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. You're looking at this from the perspective of a normal poor person. You have to look at it from the perspective
Oh, I know.
of a
I already
greedy
figured it out.
capitalist
I
bastard.
already figured it out that Trump paid him a shit ton of money to. It's very obvious.
I don't
But I
think
mean,
money changed hands, actually.
Money doesn't have to
Elon
change
Musk-
hands. It's
I don't think it's money.
favors.
It's no. I don't think it's even so much favors. I think
it's
it's
investment.
No. Elon Musk has done some shady shit. He's already under investigation. Remember what he said on kept posting on X.
he was
If
writing
Donald
his-
Trump doesn't win, he's going to jail.
Yeah.
So he's just ass kissing Trump so that he doesn't have to go to jail.
That's what I meant by
Yep.
favors. It's the, hey, Donnie, I'll help you out, but in turn, you got to give me something.
Yeah, you got to give me that big fat pardon.
Also, too, Elon Musk, although he hated Mr. Trump, invested a lot of money, switched sides, invested a lot of money, and now, because of it, his stocks are soaring.
I still love the
Everybody
fact
is like,
that
oh my God.
if Tesla knew what's happening in his name, we could make a generator from the amount of times he's spinning in his grave.
True.
And then Edison would claim he stole his idea.
No, Edison would claim the patent for Tesla's money.
I mean, true.
I created Nikola Tesla.
But the weirdest pardon he's done, and there had to have been favors back behind. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before. And as Illinoisians, Olav and I heard about this more than anyone else. When Trump pardoned fucking Blagojevich, we still don't get this. Like, there had to be favors involved. But for those of you in the audience who do not know, Blagojevich was an Illinoisian governor back about the time Obama got elected. While he had a number of other scandals at the time, and he got his nickname of Napalm Rod by basically complaining about napalm waste in trains going through Chicago, he was wrong. The waste no longer went through. He got busted and arrested for trying to sell Obama's Senate seat.
That sounds like the worst black metal name I have ever heard.
Napalm Rod?
Yes.
Yeah, his name Rod Blagojevich. So, and yeah, I've heard the tape of him being basically being caught doing it, and he just keeps saying, "I've got this amazing thing, and it's golden. I'm not giving it away for free," because he's trying to get. He gets to a point, whoever takes over Obama's seat in the Senate, and well,
Would it be wrong for me to say that even though I was never born then, I kind of miss Nixon?
Nixon. Okay, I hate Nixon, but even I have to admit Nixon did some good shit. He did some
Nixon was
really evil shit
up
too.
until Watergate. He was at least honest that he was a bastard.
He was racist as hell. He was homophobic as fuck.
But he didn't hide those. He came flat out and said it.
The war on drugs under Nixon. Oh God, it put Ronald and Nancy to shame. I'll say that. But
Okay, side note, I do love this little HUD alpha that we've had. The only issue I have with it is that I'm gonna have to keep repositioning.
So, I know it's not my business. I'm just curious. Did any of you vote for this election or no?
Of course we voted. That's
Like,
why we're pissed off.
No, because a lot of people. I've noticed that a lot of people in America chose not to vote this election because they're like, well, they're both stupid politicians, so what's the point? So I feel like the whole reason Trump won was because a lot of Americans just tossed their vote.
There's a few similarities between Trump's two wins, and not the obvious one of, oh well, his opponent was a woman. Both of them within a couple months of the election had somebody basically attack Trump supporters. With Hillary Clinton, it was her comment September, and her continual repeating of, well, Trump supporters are deplorable. This time around, it was Joe Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. There's nothing that's going to incentivize a person to go out and vote for their candidate like being insulted by the other side.
I would say here that they have basically resigned themselves to never converting a Trumper. They're going for the middle ground.
Yeah, no, but if Joe Biden hadn't said that, there was a likelihood that the Trump supporters wouldn't have been energized to get up and vote. But within 1 week of the election, he calls them all garbage. And it's like,
Okay. The other thing, the big problem I had with this election wasn't just the people running. It was the fact that both sides stooped to childish insults. There's no way you're going to make yourself look good to whoever if you're both constantly throwing schoolyard insults at each other.
Donald was constantly throwing insults. Constantly. He could not give a speech
Yeah.
without throwing an insult. But Kamala, she would like speak her piece and then say, oh yeah, Donald Trump, he's an asshole and blah, blah, blah. Then go back to her regular speech of saying, this is what I want to do. So she was kind of, I'll say half and half.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
But
the
you're right.
fact that she stooped to it at all.
Right.
So, like,
Right.
you're trying to take the moral high ground and be like, well, look how much better I am, and then you do it anyways.
But at least, and I'll give her that, at least she did, push her visions, and this is what she wanted to do. But asshole over there, Cheeto in chief, soon, all he could do was just just vomit all of this bullshit and, oh, so-and-so's doing this. And,
the moment that the words, my opponent is mentally disabled, came out of his mouth, he should have just been disqualified right there.
oh, he should have been disqualified back in 2016 when he made fun of a handicapped news reporter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he
my
absolutely
God.
should have, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, even if... However he managed to get this, even if we're going to let that go, which I'm not ever...
I think the best part about when he did that was when everybody raged on him for doing that, he denied that he did it. He's like, I wasn't actually making fun of him. I can't remember what his excuse was, but he claimed that he wasn't making fun of him. Like, okay,
Here's word
whatever.
salad.
Okay.
has anybody noticed when they're watching his speeches that there is always somebody in the audience, in the crowd, that is having a medical issue? Every speech that he has done, somebody has a medical issue. Oh my God, is there a doctor in the house? And for some reason, I think he is trying to make up for what he said. Every speech he has given, somebody is having a medical issue. He's calling for a doctor.
There's a lot of
Okay. What's up?
there's a lot of paid people that he's paying to do shit in those things. I swear to God. There's also some speculation that people made a while back that the shooter that was shooting at him and all that kind of shit, that was all set up too. And there's speculation because, like, if you pull back that footage, you'll see that he ducks before the shot goes off. And it just, there's a lot of weird shit behind that, like the fact that he knew that it was happening ahead of time, and then ducks before the shot is fired and stuff like that. And it's
Hey,
I feel
Hey.
like a lot of that was set up to let me finish first. I feel like that a lot of that was set up to make people feel sorry for him and be like, oh, poor Trump. Well, we got to vote for him now because look at the shit
Exactly.
he's going through.
Exactly.
careful. We're getting way too close to just suggesting that the entire Trump campaign this time around was the plot of Machete.
No. Probably. Who knows at this point? I mean, I don't know, man. I find it strange how he had no wounds on his ear. Like if you look at any of the videos, I mean, this didn't happen that long ago. He had an ear that was full of blood. Oh,
Well, you couldn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
because he had
got
his tampon on his ear.
got patched so quickly, and he's out of the hospital the very next day. No injuries to his ear whatsoever, despite it being covered in blood. And then all of these,
At least
further
come up with like some
chats.
fucking crackpot story about how an angel visited you in the hospital and healed you magically.
It reminds me of the time when he claimed that he had COVID, and then the very next day he was healthy, and he's like, "See, COVID's not bad because I had it and I was fine the next day."
I
It's
have
like,
the
because you didn't
best
have it, you
immune
fucking
system.
moron.
The best immune system. It's huge.
Yeah.
Oh my God! When he was, I've heard rumors that supposedly when he'd left the hospital after that, when he actually because there was a time when he did get it and he was in the hospital for like a week. He wanted to come out wearing a Superman T-shirt.
Yes, that wasn't a rumor. He actually said that.
DC's
He
immediately
actually-
like, no.
He actually said
Somebody's
that. He wanted to do that.
Nope. Don't be a dumbass. Do not be a dumbass.
Marvel's over here like, it's a good thing we didn't have that one.
I think one of the things we need to look at
Wait,
is
he can't wear Superman. Sorry, Rask, but he can't wear Superman. Because Superman is an illegal, undocumented alien. Living
Melania.
under a false alias. Oh shit.
Sorry, like Melania's parents. Anyway. I've been trying to get into the headspace of why someone could vote for him, and someone saved me some trouble without knowing it. So, my high school is in Mattoon. It is basically, at this point, mostly Republican. It is a small Illinoisian farming town. Our claim to fame that we were the #1 producers of bagels and Coca-Cola in the country are long since gone. But a thing going around the right-wing circles is the following phrase. To think that God ordained a filthy-minded, adulterous, wealthy man with evil in his heart to preside over a nation challenges my self-righteous understanding. But he did, and that sinful man by grace gave us the Psalms, #King David. In other words, they know. They fucking know. They just realize that he's a useful tool for them.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna look up something that gamers talked about in chat. So I actually want to see this shit.
What are we talking about? What did I mention?
I'm gonna look it up first. Oh no!
Stop it.
I was really hoping you were just insane.
I mean,
What,
Well,
me?
he is insane, but I mean,
Wait, me or Trump?
You.
Thanks. That's reassuring, asshole.
No,
Anyways,
I was
what?
hoping you were insane, because if you were just insane and talking out of your ass, this wouldn't be real, and I wouldn't be looking at it right now.
are
He
you-
is
what
in
can we-
fact selling a new edition of the Bible.
yeah.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was like months ago.
Oh, and Lee, what's his name? The guy who sang.
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So
But you see, this one
how many
has.
states are saying that you have to put the Bible? They're saying put the Bible in all schools. Bible shall be read, and this is what we're going to teach. And they put all these specifications on the Bible. Turns out that they were only going to buy Trump's Bible.
Oh, but you know the
Everybody-
best thing? You know the best thing about the Trump Bible, though? If he
Piece of
gets
shit.
his...
Lies.
Oh, no. If he gets his way, there's going to be a massive tariff on it. Because they're made in China.
The thing that I found really weird, and this happened the very next day after it was confirmed that he was elected, was if you look on like various Twitter feeds and stuff like that, Putin and Kim Jong-un and all these people tweeted, "Oh, thank God!" And they're like, "Well, we're looking forward to have meaningful relationships with the United States again." And I'm like, wow. So basically, the other dictators of the world are like, "Yeah, man, dictator Trump is back.
Yeah.
We can hang out with him like good old buddies again."
So
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah,
thing
I did see
is,
that.
now that he has this, now that he's officially endorsing a religious document, congrats, we're a theocracy.
See, that's the thing, is the whole idea of him trying to do a theocracy. I don't think even his Supreme Court is going to side with that.
They have ruled against him before. That's a hope.
Because that's in the First Amendment that the government of the United States will not establish any state religion.
That's how they tried to get it into the schools. Wow.
That was backed up. The First Amendment is part of it, and the second part weirdly stems from a letter that was written by Jefferson that states, and I'm going to quote it as best as I can believe it, "The United States is not founded upon Christianity." And he was saying this to a Muslim nation at the time the U.S. was establishing relations with. And they were afraid that they were just going to see the U.S. and it's just another bunch of Europeans that have relocated.
Wait a minute. What is this bullshit that they just put it on fucking Amazon?
Oh no. You mean Amazon, owned by Bezos, who instructed the Washington Post to not endorse Harris?
Well, Trump is out there trying to fire any media, anything that is spoken about him, anything that is written about him that he does not like. He's firing everybody. He doesn't want them to exist. So he's like, no, there isn't going to be any media about me that is negative.
Okay.
So yeah, he's out there.
So thank God this one is actually just a fucking parody.
What?
Him wanting to get rid of the media.
No. I found the Trump Bible on Amazon, and the reason it caught my eye is because part of the description says, "There is nothing to say that Donald Trump wrote the Trump Bible, but then who wrote it? This book is shrouded in mystery, as there is no evidence that Donald Trump wrote the Trump Bible, but religion is about faith, not evidence. The manuscript for the Donald Trump Bible was found wrapped in plain brown paper on the sidewalk outside Trump Tower in Manhattan by Peregrine Wood of Irregular Times."
Is this a review you're reading? What is this?
No, that's the description. And so, like, I had to go down to the reviews. I was like, please, for the love of God, tell me that this is a parody. And yes, it's a parody. Thank God.
So it's a fake Trump Bible.
Yes.
That's funny.
This brings, we've mentioned Twitter, we've mentioned media. Who wants to join me in a wonderful little act of, yeah, it's about time. Who wants to watch me as I live stream deleting the Over the Edge Twitter feed permanently? I've been saving this one.
Well, if
Be
you
right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
if you do it, I'm gonna have to fucking unscrew the video feeds again.
You couldn't hear half of that through the laughter.
He's going to have to reshuffle all the video feeds.
Okay, hold on. We'll do that in a minute. But I have to read this. I found the sample of this, the parody Bible.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought the real Bible. Was
No.
from Donald Trump. I'd love to hear that one.
Chapter 1, Trump Genesis. And I'm going to do this in Trump's voice just because I have to.
Oh, God.
So, as you all know, God created heaven and earth first thing. Bold move. Problem was, God didn't give earth any form. It was void. All void. Sad. There was darkness everywhere, too. You couldn't see a thing. If you wanted a light bulb, well, you couldn't get one anywhere. The business environment was terrible. There was no innovation anywhere. You literally could not create any jobs. Too much regulation. God was low energy, sleepy. He just moved around on the surface, on top of the water. It was a holiday at a water park, folks. A very dark water park. After a long time, nobody knows how long it was, but it was a very, very long time, believe me, God got bored. So God said, hey, could somebody give me a light here? And wouldn't you know it, someone brought God a light. True story. I'm not reading past that.
Let's not.
I can't keep that voice up too long.
Another thing I found weird about Trump is if you look at his earlier appearances on movies and TV shows, he doesn't talk the same way he did back
No,
then.
I have a feeling.
He's become a lot Snyder in the way he talks.
Well, he also
like
didn't
very-
have the cadence. Like, he used to actually speak like a real person.
Yeah. And nowadays it's all like, yeah, well, I'm the best, I'm number one, let me tell you. And it's like, what? Why do you talk like that? You sound like a fucking retard.
I have a
I
feeling
still want to know what
that-
this is about. Why
what?
does he always do this with his hands?
Oh, well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's
Is
always-
I have a feeling there's a stroke or something somewhere way back that nobody reported, and that's just his way of covering it up. Is to speak that way.
I don't think it's a stroke. I don't think it's a single stroke, a single massive stroke. I think it's a series of many strokes.
Well, I mean,
I do.
yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I
Hmm.
feel like he's had at least one, and they just never reported him, so he's just using that to cover it.
How many times has he been an hour, half an hour to an hour late to his rallies?
Mm-hmm.
3 hours.
He's
later.
there.
Well, not to mention, remember
He was
there
on-
there was that time in the '80s, and they made fun of
He
it
was-
in Bloom County, where he was in the hospital for an unspecified amount of time, and nobody knew what was going on.
No,
I mean-
but that.
I mean, within the past couple of months, he's been at his rallies. He's in the building. He's waiting backstage. He's half an hour late. How many of
I
those times?
actually-
How many of those times were him having a mini stroke and he couldn't do anything, and they had to wait for him to recover?
It's either
So
that
I
or he
was-
was just chowing down on the last of his McDonald's Happy Meal. It's one of those two things.
So I was on TikTok and I don't know, just scrolling. And so his TikTok live came on and, oh shit, I'll watch this for a joke. And I waited 45 minutes. And that's like when I logged on and people were saying that it was 2 hours that they were waiting for him to come on. And I'm like, how you're going to be president of the United States and here you are just like fucking off backstage doing who knows what.
Oh no, even better. His Twitter live, his Twitter Spaces thing. Elon Musk was running the whole show, had everything set up. They couldn't get it to work for over an hour. And that's and Musk is supposed to be, you know, the Department of Government Efficiency. Like, the man can't even make his own fucking platform work.
Well,
Wait, he put a rocket into space.
it's not his platform.
No, it's absolutely his platform these days.
At
He's got rid of everybody who knows how it fucking works.
at Trump's speech thingy after he was elected, like recently, he was constantly calling for Elon Musk to come on the stage. Elon Musk never showed up. He was like, Elon, are you here? Come on stage. Come on stage, say hi, blah, blah, blah. And he's looking around, and Elon never showed up. And I'm like, did he not know ahead of time that Elon wasn't there? Like, did nobody tell him? Because it's like 5 minutes of airtime of him just like, where's Elon? Is Elon here? Somebody get Elon on the stage. Like,
Just
I don't
trying
know.
to save himself. He can't talk about
So
anything. So
Dude,
let
Yeah.
Elon come jumping up and down, on stage.
well, Elon never was there, so it didn't even matter anyway.
Which is funny because Elon Musk was supposed to be spending basically the day with him, like spending that entire night with him, as far as waiting for the results and stuff. So it's like, what did Musk just wander off?
Oh
He
my
finally
God.
get
Saw the
bored and he's
results.
like, yeah, I'm gonna,
He saw the results and
So
he's like,
Elon
oh, fuck
spent
this.
the night with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Okay.
God,
Sorry,
can you
so-
imagine the kid
the
that
most-
would fucking make?
It's the most action either of those men have had in a very long time, trust me.
Oh no, that's not. I bet you, I would be willing to bet not Trump, because he's had what's her name? Fucking Laura Loomer. You remember when she was everywhere in his campaign. Every single stop that he had, there she was, right beside him. He was cuddling up next to her, and finally his team was like, "Hey, so yeah, maybe ditch her. She's not good for you. Maybe eventually get your wife here."
Hell, get the ex-wife. One of them.
Melania's all smiles and, joyful now that he's won again, because even before he was campaigning, she wouldn't touch him, she wouldn't kiss him, she didn't even want to be seen with him.
But she still
Now-
doesn't kiss him. She still doesn't kiss him. I mean, even at the speeches, he goes and kisses her, and she just does this like half pitiful smile, and then pushes him away.
I mean, to be
it's
fair,
like
do
he
you want
comes
that
in for a
spray
kiss,
tan?
and she's just kind of like,
Do you want that spray tan on your tongue?
I mean, that's
All
fair.
I saw is
I-
that after he was declared the winner, she was like, "Oh, the love of my life, I love you." Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, she
yeah,
gets his
she got
money.
paid.
Yeah.
So that link that I just sent,
Okay,
it's
sorry.
also satirical, but I swear I want to hear gamers read the resurrection section.
Of what?
The article I just sent. It's in the skulk.
All right, what's up?
Yeah, I have no doubts that she is, every time she shows up, she's getting paid. I mean, hell, to get her and Barron to move into the White House so that the Secret Service didn't have to literally rent an apartment in Trump Tower. Rumor has it that was a renegotiation of their prenup.
All right, so what am I
They
reading
charged
here?
The resurrection.
What is with all of these pop-up ads on this site?
Oh, it's the New Yorker. That's how they make their money now.
Jesus, why?
Big fucking paywall. New York Times also. Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to read it if these pop-ups are coming up constantly.
This is why we get ad blockers,
I'm not-
children.
I'm not signing up for this site. That's for God's
No.
sake.
Oh, I definitely didn't Ad sign block? up. I just
Yeah,
have ad
it's
blockers.
not-
Ad block and no.
Yeah, I have an ad block too. For some reason, it's not working on this site.
Hmm.
Hang on.
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
Ah, that's why.
Wait, that works fine for me. I'm using Chrome. I'm using Chrome with an ad blocker and a JavaScript blocker, but
Maybe it's just the ad blocker.
I have to go let a dog out. Excuse me.
Do you want to just do me a favor and just cut and paste
Oh,
what you
yeah.
want me to
I will
read?
absolutely cut and paste. That's
Yeah, because this is not working.
when I can find my
It's-
goddamn mouse again, it decided to make the cursor invisible, so I don't know where the fuck I am.
Oh,
Yeah, because I
I have to look for my tabs to suddenly glow, or otherwise I don't know where the hell my mouse is.
That's not normal.
It happens every now and then. Come on, Discord, glow. Glow for me, bitch. I sound like I'm in the new Twilight sequel. There you go, that entire wall of text. All yours.
all right.
Eddie, you are not getting up there. No. Goes to the
We,
title,
we,
dog
we
ever.
just need to get Rasslin to use dark mode on his.
Some of my things, dark mode is working. Right now, I'm on Facebook. I've got dark mode going perfectly. I go to Twitter, it's not there. I don't know what the deal is.
This is why we
Because I
just-
think that's what's causing you to be washed out when you
I
look
think
at it.
you're right, but
Is
it
it's
will-
just basically this big, basically it's a big floodlight in your face.
Okay.
Get a ring light, Raz.
That's a lot of text you're wanting me to read, but okay, fair enough. After Jesus was arrested, the crowd brought him before Pontius Pilate. Tell me, Jesus Christ, Pilate said, are you king of the Jews? Which wasn't that strange a question, because even today a lot of people don't know that Jesus was actually Jewish. You see that you say that I am, Jesus replied, but again, you couldn't tell just by looking at him. This trial is very unfair. You are a corrupt judge, and your wife is a very nasty woman. What does my wife have to do with anything? Pilate asked. I don't want to say, Jesus replied, but I've heard some rumors. The crowd dragged Jesus away while Pilate pondered the comment about his wife. Jesus was crucified and left to die. Overcome by grief, the apostles left for Galilee, where, to their amazement, they found Jesus in splendid white robes waiting for them. Lord, they cried, you have fulfilled the prophecies and risen from the dead. What prophecies? Jesus replied, I've been here the whole time. The apostles didn't understand. While I was carrying the cross, someone stopped to help, Jesus said. Simon, Shimon, maybe, sounded foreign. The next thing I knew, the crowd had crucified him instead, so I just left. The apostles exulted, and the sky opened up. I am ascending to heaven now to sit at the right hand of the Father, Jesus told them, and when I return, I'm not going to be in such a forgiving mood. Judas, the Pharisees, Pilate, they will feel my wrath on day one. I'm not so happy with Thomas either, who I heard said some very bad things about me. And this will be a sign unto you. The lamb will lie down with the lion, and you're not going to want to be the lamb, believe me. With that, Jesus ascended to heaven, speaking his final words. I'll ask one more time about the unicorns, but I'm pretty sure the answer is still no.
I can absolutely hear him saying that to children.
Okay, now I have to ask. I have to ask about one part of that.
What?
This is for gamers. So was it your conscious decision to say Pilates instead of Pilate?
Well, it's Trump, right? Yeah, I gotta, when I'm playing the role, I have to play it stupid.
I mean, to be fair, I said Pilate for a while before they was like, nah, it's Pilate. I'm like, then fucking spell it right.
I mean, half the stuff I've heard him say, like he mispronounces words constantly, and I just don't understand how people don't catch on to that. Like, I mean, I always do. I always notice that he's butchering the English language. He reminds me of Bush.
It still
like, Bush was
bothers
the
me
same
whenever
way.
he says the word huge. Because there's no H. It's just
yeah, I know.
huge.
Huge. Let me tell you something. It's huge. Yeah, I know.
It's like, where's the fucking
Crazy.
H?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
God, who was it that worked with him a few times and was like, yeah, we're pretty sure it was, I think it was somebody on SNL that was like, had a few skits with him. He's like, the dude can't read. he cannot fucking read.
Okay.
I did read that he cannot read, and he has his assistants, his clown. He cannot read,
Just
and
clowns.
he's always saying, "Would you read this for me? I can't be bothered to read." I did hear that, whether it's true or not. I did hear that
It's
he
a
cannot
waste
read.
Probably.
of my huge, amazing brain to learn how to read, okay?
Tremendous.
Yeah, like his,
Tremendous.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, when he was reading the teleprompter, when he was talking about the Revolutionary War, and they fought at they fought here and they fought at the airports. I guarantee you that was probably something like Arlington. And he's just like, they saw the A in a long word, and he's like, airport, it's airport.
Oh, thank God my mouse cursor is back.
I hate to interrupt us with something non-related to the topic tonight, but breaking news just hit.
Is it going to
Okay.
cause us to riot harder?
It might.
My trailer's ready to go. Bring it.
Alright, hit.
Read here first, then we go. This is non-political.
Come on, hit us with it.
Tony Todd just died.
Son of a bitch!
I'm
Wow,
sorry to be the
that's-
bearer of this news.
Aw.
But yeah, I love him.
He did an amazing job in the Spider-Man game as Venom. Damn.
I was wondering
Tony,
which
Tony
horror-
Todd. Tony Todd was from the Candyman movies.
Yes.
I remember correctly.
Yes, he was Candyman. And that's what I was about to say. I was
Very
wondering
prolific-
which
Very
horror
prolific
icon
black actor.
was going to be next, but Tony Todd... Wait, maybe this is a blessing. Maybe Tony has actually ascended into becoming the actual Candyman. Maybe he's here to
Okay.
protect us.
Don't give us false hope.
Well, I got a mirror right here. You want me to try it?
Does it say what he died from, or just old age, or?
Doesn't say. Not yet released.
Yeah, because
And I loved him in Prelude to Axanar. It's a short role, but he gives this speech as an admiral for Starfleet, and it's just absolutely just inspirational.
yeah, it only happened
did a
2
lot of-
days ago, so they're probably
He
waiting.
did a
on
lot
it.
of voiceover work in video games too, and that's what I remember him most from. Because he's been in a lot of video games.
Oh yeah, he was in Star Trek.
Absolutely. If anyone out there has not watched Prelude to Axanar, you absolutely should. It is basically filmed
Okay.
as a documentary done by someone Federation side, and they're talking to Starfleet admirals and even a Klingon general about, hey, what was going on back then?
Was it a fan movie or something?
Yes, it was, and
Hmm.
it's so well done, and actually they have Star Trek alumni in the shorts.
Was it on YouTube or something?
Yes, you can very easily find it as Prelude to Axanar, Axanar.
Okay, there. So
Alright, cool.
so I don't start getting shit for having wiki on light mode. I've turned it to dark mode.
Well, you're not in a dark room, so it's not gonna. It's not the stark contrast that it is for.
No, but I
when
am
Raz-
just as pale.
You are not as
I
pale.
still have to watch the movie that Gamers sent. The Ghost or
Oh.
whatever it was. I still haven't even watched that.
It's good.
I'm a horrible person. No, I haven't watched
Nah.
it yet. So
All right, I just thought of something. Nighttime, the next time I'm out there, or next time you're here, we need to do something we forgot to do. We forgot to have me watch the Mad Max movies.
I am
Alright, so-
disappointed in you.
I've only
never seen them either.
the very first one, the original one. I haven't seen.
Hold
I have
on,
not seen
hold on.
Road- What?
Okay, that's what I was about to say. I was like, we got to clear that up because I know so many people are like, the original, you know, the Road Warrior.
Oh god.
I've not seen
Yeah.
Road Warrior. I've just seen the very first Mad Max, where the world isn't exactly post-apocalyptic.
Okay, well, I think it's fair that we all pass a rule that once you do finally see the other Mad Max movies, you are not allowed to dress up as Lord Humongous.
oh, yeah, thank you. No, or Humongous and listen to me. I kind of
Whatever Humongous's little road boy is.
yeah. Just,
You will not.
there's so many characters that you just can't not because they are worn thin.
It's not even that. It's just I don't want to see rats driven in that.
In fairness, I have not seen any of the Mad Max movies. I know about them.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know the iconography, right? Like the actual pictures of stuff.
The what?
You know the characters and the way they look, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is why we're saying no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love it when IMDb's like, hey, these are the character names, which nobody said in the movie. But then they use the most recent picture of the person. So I'm like, I have no
Also-
idea who the fuck these people are.
I also
They're already
find that
given the right ways to watch Mad Max. The
I also
right
find
ways.
that I also find that the Mad Max video game was amazing. Olaf has streamed it on his channel before. It's such a good game.
Yeah.
The game was incredible.
Okay, Wiz.
Somebody brought it. They gave it to me. Well, they sent it to me, and I couldn't. Maybe it's just because I'm not too big on video games, and I'm super into the franchise. So I couldn't play it.
Okay,
Fair
I
enough.
didn't want to play it.
you know what? I'll take that back. I'll take it back. He can dress up as Wes. I think he could pull it off.
You're
Yes.
still on about that?
Yes, we're still on about that.
Look, I very rarely cosplay. The last
the hell
time
is
I
that?
did, I think I was.
Delete that shit, Discord.
I think the last time I did anything cosplay wise,
Hey,
I was
Morton
either
Joe.
Alucard or I was the Third Doctor. So
Oh, that's
Nobody can
cool.
dress up as Immortan Joe.
There.
Nobody. That is off the books. Fuck that. No.
Sure I can. By dressing up as
I've
Toe
seen it
Cutter.
way too many times. No Immortan Joe.
No, I'll dress up as Toe Cutter. And then just call myself Immortan Joe.
I think the best cosplay I've ever seen out of anybody has got to
Really,
be Tara.
Caitlin?
Yes.
Has got to be Tara Strong dressing as Harley Quinn. I'm like, dude, you're already the voice of Harley Quinn, and she just nails that cosplay. I'm like, holy fuck, man.
I mean,
She's just like-
let's remember how that character originated. It was a daytime soap opera sketch done with Eileen Sorkin, who would be the first
Yes.
voice of Harley Quinn.
Yes, Eileen Sorkin was also on America's Funniest Home People as not home videos, America's Funniest People. Sorry, alongside what's his name from Full House? The guy who played Joey.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah, they were Eileen Sorkin and him were the hosts of America's Funniest People, and she would always do the Harley Quinn voice on America's Funniest People, and that was long before Batman the Animated Series or any of that shit. Yeah.
So can he pull off the feathers? That's my question.
Who? Wrestling?
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to share that photo of Harley Quinn played by Arlene Sorkin cosplay into the group.
Oh hey, you know what's really fun about him cosplaying Wes though? It's a 2-for-1.
What do you mean?
Because if you
Yeah.
cosplay as Wes, But then you take off the feathers and dye the mohawk slightly darker. You're also cosplaying Weird Science.
That's a stretch.
No, you know,
That's a
you both of you should know who wrestling should cosplay from the Mad Max series.
The Gyro Captain?
The War Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He totally has the face for it.
But does he have the personality?
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
He has to wear his long johns and that hat with the goggles. Yes, his long johns.
And he has to go around just saying, "That's dishonest!"
Okay,
Alright.
so yeah,
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I
Actually, we're right.
so it's,
He's right, because the Gyro Captain has the tall and lanky thing going on.
yeah, he does.
I mean,
And
yeah,
sometimes the you know, I don't know, like the inability to comprehend what's happening. Because when the little boys like, you know, they're coming, they run into their little dugout. The Gyro Captain is just like,
Okay, I need to experiment with something. Bright light, dead camera.
didn't we do this 3 weeks ago? Why are you stripping down?
I was about to say, what the fuck? I put on a shirt for the stream.
I
Yeah,
wanted to see if I was pale enough to disrupt the cameras.
yeah.
I'm
okay,
just
again,
gonna,
aliens
I'm
are
gonna,
seen in
yeah, we're gonna
space.
hide Rask for right now.
Where are my sunglasses?
Consider that stream censorship.
The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
What the fuck is going on?
God damn.
Sound check. Caden, how's my sound coming across?
To me,
Great
it's coming,
screen,
it's
Kilo.
coming fine, but I'm not monitoring
gonna-
the actual stream, so someone else is gonna have to tell you.
Alla's gonna come back and be like, why is Ras shirtless?
Okay, now that Rask is once again decent, I have dubbed or
I am
deemed to turn on
never
his
decent.
camera.
Also, my shirt is on backwards.
Don't you dare
Just leave it
fucking
that
pull it
way.
off again.
You're fine. Just leave it. Rascalin, are you having a hard time doing shirt? Can you not shirt properly?
I mean,
I could
if
make
I
a joke, but
can,
I'm not
can I
going to.
shirt? In my usual self, being an unholy hybrid of Weird Al and Hugh Laurie.
Sad thing is, I can see it.
Just house playing an accordion. There you go.
All you need is that Hawaiian shirt that Weird Al wears
Yep.
Which
and
one?
curlier hair.
He has
Yeah,
a variety.
all
He
of
has like a
He's
collection.
got like thousands.
Pick one. Just pick one.
He's actually
we
made a
go
part of his
far-
official merchandise.
If we throw water on my hair and
You
I
know
don't
what?
tell right,
Dear
I will
God,
have one.
Olav, I envy you. You son of a bitch.
What?
You chose to leave at just the right time.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He flashbanged us again without shirt. I had to turn off his fucking camera.
I am that pale.
Look, when we say that we want nipples to increase the stream view, that's not what we mean.
Don't free the nips. Rask, just don't free the nips.
In fact, if you do that
There's-
again, I will find a way to teleport to Illinois to staple your fucking shirt to your nipples.
Yes, we don't free the nips on this channel. No. It's rules, damn it. Rules.
Hey, that's for Twitch. Not for YouTube.
Oh, no, no,
YouTube's
no.
Okay with nipples.
No. We're not talking about YouTube rules. We're talking about our rules.
Okay. There are still rules.
Nightkind and I seem to be in similar circles when it comes to certain activities, and I believe that she'll agree, Rascalin, you just broke our SSC. That was neither safe, sane, nor consensual. Don't do that again.
Don't.
I don't, okay. I mean, as far as I'm concerned with stuff like that, I've got you beat 7 ways from Sunday on that, Caden.
How do
I
you know?
have seen him far too many times in chaps.
That doesn't mean shit.
No jeans.
That doesn't mean shit. Okay, I will.
I have seen more of his ass than I ever wanted to.
Okay, no, good. See, we're on the wrong
Does
competition.
OnlyFans have a live stream?
Yes, it does.
Oh God.
How would you know? How would you know?
Because I'm a YouTube gremlin, and that's the current drama, is OnlyFans bitches going, oh my god, my parents found my OnlyFan, and they saw me streaming, and I was blowing my boyfriend? Then don't stream it,
Okay.
you dumb...
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Never
my
been
God,
on
they
OnlyFans.
Oh my God, they found it, and oh, I'm so embarrassed. Then why the fuck are you talking about it?
Oh, no, she
I'm not
tried to deflect it. That was the best part. Her deflection was that her parents only found it because her cousins found it and sent it to her parents. And she's like, well, what were my cousins doing looking at my OnlyFans? And everyone's like,
That's a pretty fucked up family.
oh, no. They pointed out, they're like, you promote your OnlyFans on all your socials. Your cousins probably was like, why the fuck does she have an OnlyFans? Popped it to see what you're promoting, and it was like, oh
Nerdy.
no, this is embarrassing the family, so send that off.
I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a guy who I visited quite a few years ago, and he lived with his parents at the time, and I can't remember how it happened, but he was talking about the fact that he has an X2, and he has like a whole bunch of shit on there, and then his mother, who was in the same room when he was bringing it up, she's like, "Oh, I know, I'm a subscriber," and he's just like,
Dear God, no.
"What? Hold on." He's like, "Wait a minute. What did you just say?" She's like, "Oh, what does it matter? I've seen you naked many times. I gave birth to you." I'm like,
Oh my
You've
God.
seen me naked.
I
You
wanna
haven't
ever
seen.
come- I'm like, I don't think I ever want to come back here again.
It was at that point his sex drive just died for the next 20
Yeah.
years. I considered. I considered actually making us, like the Den of the Bullfox, actually making us a Pornhub channel, but I can't do that anymore.
Why? Why?
One, I was going to make it so that way we don't have to worry about the YouTube content guidelines. If we want to go just hog wild and ape shit on a video, we can just post it onto Pornhub. Unfortunately, I live in a state that banned Pornhub.
Fair enough.
Come
Wait.
to Nevada. We allow anything.
I've considered it many a
Seriously.
time, actually. Nevada and Arizona.
Nevada.
Nevada.
Not Nevada.
Which one of us
Nevada.
has the baseball bat?
Nevada. Yeah, it's the huge baseball in front of our stadium.
How about this? We will go the gamers route, not you gamers, the actual people
Yeah,
who
I know
video
you
game. We'll go the gamers route. We'll just call it the Mojave.
Okay. Yeah. I'll build my commune. We can have a cult.
I'll get Olaf to ship me some flags. If anybody can find me some good quality New California Republic, it'll be him.
And you and I will have to get on building a small keep, like a castle.
DUN.
Don't put me in charge of building any strongholds. I'm trap crazy. And I like explosives.
Where's the problem?
Okay, so you know those Halo modes where you can build shit, like build your own maps? I would build trapped buildings where you teleport in and you can't get out. And that building would be stockpiled with gasoline, plasma, batteries, all the most explosive shit. And then the moment you took one step in, it all explodes.
That's not very nice. Sorry. I'm dying.
It got to
I
be
don't
my
play Halo,
signature.
so-
If you ever walked into a room and there was more than one teleporter, guaranteed one of them was going to lead to a mousetrap.
Bit
Is
much
that
for
like
a mouse.
picking the lion over... What were you supposed to pick? The lion over the woman?
The lamb?
The beautiful... Oh, okay.
You're not going to want to
Women,
be the
lamb.
lamb, folks. Which is where I raise my hand and go, Jesus was the lamb?
Back to people not making up their mind. Thank you for coming to our podcast.
Man, so that funeral that I got dragged to a couple days ago, I was so fucking confused. Because they're just like, hey, pray with us. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I was raised Southern Baptist, you know, prayer's kind of a thing. And then they started saying Our Father, and I was like, I know this. I can do it. And then we veered off to the left somewhere. I was like, wait, this is not the Our Father that I know. What the hell's going on? And he's like,
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Does that how?
yeah,
Is that
that's how
how
we
it goes?
started. And then like we veered off
Okay.
to with extra verses. I was like, I don't know these. And then he's like, let's say Hail Mary. I was like, oh, we're Catholic. I should not be here.
The only thing I know about Hail Mary is when you throw the football at the last second and the guy in the end zone catches it and it was never supposed to happen and it turns out to be a Hail Mary. That's all I know.
It turns out I've been saying Hail Mary wrong all these years. I used to use it to salt fries at Chick-fil-A, and I would always say Hail Mary full of grace. And they're like, nah, Hail Mary, blessed be among the women. I was like, oh shit.
When I grew up Catholic, the first thing you learn is vinegar on everything. Your French fries, vinegar.
My
Your
first
hamburger
clue,
bun?
my first clue should have been when he, like, both of the what do we even call them? I hate to say corpses, but both people the services were for had already been cremated. So we're just like sitting there with urns of ashes, and he's like, I will now bless the remains of the dead. And I was like, what? Hold on. When did we start doing this? That should have been my clue,
Yeah,
because
they-
only Catholics carry holy water everywhere.
Well, it's a tradition going back to the Belmonts in their first fights against Dracula.
I figured it was the guilt.
You do get infused with a lot of guilt if you grew up Catholic.
Yes. Funny thing is, I've never met a current practicing Catholic. I've only ever met ex-Catholics.
I accidentally converted a Catholic into definitely not a Catholic. Or at
Accidentally.
least I had a major hand in it.
How do you accidentally convert?
First, there's an old joke that's especially in the Illinoisian goth scene. Catholic, pagan, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I accidentally slipped and landed on this ketchup bottle.
But the basic idea was that you get so many Catholics in the goth scene at the time that within a year or two of entering, before you know it, they've suddenly converted over to some polytheistic faith.
I mean, to be fair, Catholicism does lend itself to a lot of Gothic imagery. Lots of crosses,
All the
lots of
nuns wearing
cast
black.
iron, lots of robes.
I see that. I totally see that.
It's a Vampire the Masquerade LARP.
Basically.
Waiting to happen.
All right, I finally got those pictures. Jesus Christ, it took forever. It's
We're
really
just
hard
talking
to
about
hunt.
that.
No, I'm talking about the Harley Quinn photos of Tara Strong cosplaying as Harley.
Dear God,
was
that was
trying
like
to find
30
it.
minutes ago.
No, I know, but they're old and they're hard to find because I guess
Are they? Because I could probably just
There you
do Tara Strong,
I already tried that.
Harley Quinn
Anyway,
cosplay.
I already got it up.
I know, I'm just... Look, it's right there. First result.
Well, maybe it's Chrome then. I don't know.
No, it's just you need to know how to Google.
Shut the fuck.
No. This is not an insult against you. This is a skill that I had to learn because my entire high school career and most of college, my catchphrase to ignorant assholes was to look them dead in the eye and say, "Google it, bitch."
Google's hard.
Did you say that to your teacher?
I did, actually. One of my teachers was like, "I don't know the actual..." I was like, "Google it, bitch." I'm like, "I don't know how to Google."
And then you were expelled.
No, actually, I got an A in that class.
It was comp sci, wasn't it?
No, it was theories of personality.
Now, when I was growing up, it would have been like, what would I say? Web crawler it, bitch?
Ask Jeeves, motherfucker.
Oh, gods, I remember Ask Jeeves.
Or if we really want to go back to our roots, well, you have to go into the IIRC channel and then you start a thread and then you just ask, "Hey, does anybody know where I can find a hyperlink to somebody who has this in their database?"
No, further back. Hey, I found this MIDI. Let me dial into my local EBBS and upload it. It's a whole 50 kilobytes.
That's gonna take forever.
No. Can somebody get off the phone? I'm trying to download blah, blah, blah on the computer.
Oh God, that was my childhood.
Going even further back. Hey, can we just mail this guy and see if he has what we need? I know it's going to take like 2 months for him to respond, but...
Do you have the 32 cents for a stamp?
No, unfortunately. God damn it, and the post office is so far away. I wish they would just put one of those blue boxes right on the corner.
See?
Actually, I did grow up with a post box on the corner, and yes, there was at least one child every few years that crawled into that fucking thing.
The good old days.
Back when it was easier to kill yourself because nobody knew what you were stupid.
Yes. Headache. Why do I have a headache? Staring
pressure
at this
change?
light.
Oh, maybe
Yes.
Because you stared
Yes.
directly at Raslin's nipples.
I don't
I-
think
I should be
that would cause everybody to get a headache.
No, I said
Right.
directly. Directly.
Blind. Like, gouge out your eyes.
Hey, look, it's a stream that we're not making fun of gamers the entire time.
There's
That's
still
how
time.
you know the world's going to hell.
You still had to justify it by saying the whole time.
I did say the whole time, yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy how many people actually from the States want to actually move to Canada because of all this. I'm like,
No, I want to start a micronation. Which unfortunately means that, you know, it's not going to be internationally recognized and we don't actually get out of federal law. But I want to start my own nation just so that we could be like, nope, sorry, not our deal.
Sovereign nation.
Yes.
Good
You
morning,
have to
well,
recognize
Texas.
me as your president. Actually, we don't.
Texas was trying to succeed from the nation forever. They just were like, we're not part of this, and they just wanted to
Yep.
be their own.
Texas still has the right to secede under their state constitution.
Why don't they do that?
Because unfortunately, Texas recognizes the fact that even if they secede, they are still dependent on the United States for very big things, because you see, they decided to become more independent, so they have a
That's right.
completely independent electrical system, but that electrical grid is shit.
No, who will beat you like you owe me money?
Don't they owe you money?
Missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Layla.
You're counting one
Layla.
twice.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that to a dog before.
What? That I'm gonna beat you like you owe me money?
Yeah.
The funny part is, technically, the dogs do owe her money. She's just babysitting them, so hey.
Well, see, the person that
they're
you're
not for
babysitting
dogs?
never owes you the money.
Are you sure about that? There's a lot of kinks.
Well, okay, normal. In a normal situation.
Why did I do that? My brain is dumb. I was like,
what
hey.
did you do?
I was like, hey, I'm gonna pop up another tab so that I have something to like indulge my ADHD in while I'm doing this. And for some reason, I decided to open it up in the YouTube tab so that I'm no longer watching the stream.
Here she did. Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me. Come on. Come on.
Okay, we found the dog. Success.
Okay, come on. Hey. Let's go. Okay, come on. Layla. Stop. Cody, go. Cody. Ozzy. Come on, buddy. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, I told you about our little German or Austrian femboy enemy.
Yeah.
I have never felt more proud to be a streamer.
Okay.
Well, like, you know, part of my issue with streaming is that I constantly feel like I'm not good enough because, like, everything's not polished. And I'm like, nah, I need to polish it up. It needs to be better.
You're being a dick.
I listened to, like, 3 minutes of one of their streams, and I was like, oh, God. The mic's constantly blown out. They just scream everything. They don't know the game they're playing.
True.
I was
What
like,
is
okay.
What? What are you? Who are you talking about?
Somebody that me and
That
Caden know
requires
from-
at least 6 months worth of backstory and a lot of
No,
alcohol.
They
No,
just ruin
broad
games that they
strokes,
don't know
broad
anything
strokes.
about, and they have broken mics.
Oh no!
They
The
don't.
mic's
no,
not
it's-
broken. It's they have a very good mic, but they keep it very close to them, and then they shout
Oh,
everything.
It's the
sorry.
normal starting streamer problems of
Yeah.
they think they have to be loud and obnoxious in order to get attention.
But then again, they've always been that way, so I don't think it's normal streamer problems.
Is my mic too loud?
No, your
No,
mic's
no.
fine.
No,
We're
no,
not talking
no,
about
No,
you.
we're
Okay.
talking about somebody else.
Okay.
But
Is
no,
that gonna be
they decided
bats?
to play Lucius. And then, like, the first thing they did was lock the butler in the freezer, and they're like, oh my god, are we going to
No.
kill people in this game? And I was like, that's the point of the game. Did you not look up the premise of the game before you played it?
actually own that game. The game's fun. And the
Oh,
sequel.
I love Lucius 2. I played
Mhm.
Lucius 1 and Lucius 2. I like Lucius 2 better.
Yeah, same.
And then I saw that they were going to make a Lucius 3, but that looked like crap, so I didn't even bother following it.
Speaking of sequels, you seen that they're officially they've officially released a teaser for Subnautica 2.
I did not play Subnautica 1, so no, I did not.
Yeah, I saw it.
I find it interesting that they're admitting that Subnautica Below Zero was basically just an add-on. It's basically just DLC.
Remember that sequel that we
I
launched?
thought that's what we all thought anyway.
That's what we thought, but they never actually like specified it. They weren't like what the creators actually, what their opinion was.
I always thought it was just a DLC. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was just a standalone DLC.
So that's one thing that we haven't done yet. We haven't played any co-op games now that I've got my new laptop.
True. Well,
Well,
if
you guys
if-
can. I can't.
See, if you would do a Baldur's Gate 3 test without like 12 billion.
Oh yeah, no. We're gonna strip the mods. We're gonna strip the mods.
It's like I
I
tried
originally
that one day.
was
I'm
just
like,
going to do quality of life mods, but unfortunately, I am that gremlin gamer that was like, but then I gotta try the other mods.
Y'all could try joining me in Nightkind and WoW.
I mean, like the Baldur's Gate and everything was fine, but I was thinking like I just want to do Raft again.
I wanted to like Raft, but it felt so stressful. It was.
But see that's the problem is like me and Olav have an advantage when it comes to playing Raft because we've been in those situations with each other before, so like we know how to communicate and not stress each other out. Whereas everybody else is like, oh my god, we're dying of thirst, we're dying of hunger, we're dying of exposure. Oh, what do we do? We're just like, chill the fuck out. If you die, you die. We'll keep your shit. Just chill.
yeah.
I just kept thinking, where's the shark? Why can't I hit the shark properly? I'm trying to punch the shark.
Well, that's the other thing is like we also. Was it? You and me played like 2-3 days together before we added Rask.
Yeah, we
So-
tested it out.
Yeah, like we had already divvied up jobs where he's like, I'll take care of the shark. You do this, you take care of that, and then like you run on the island and grab the food and put it back. And I was like, all right, we can do that.
Yeah, and
Then I'm-
don't trust the island to stop your fucking raft from floating away.
And don't trust the rafts that we come across to stay intact long enough.
Oh no! Once you jump on, I knew once you jumped on them, they start sinking.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that the first time. So I was like, oh yay, a raft. I'm just gonna take my time, look at you. Why am I dying? And of course, like a dumbass, because like this was before I started testing with you. Like a dumbass, I jumped on it without an anchor on my raft. So it collapsed. I'm like, where's my raft? But why is it over there?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because tides are a thing.
So, as I appear to occasionally be flashing green for some reason, I'm going to blame my webcam.
I've noticed that all night. I just didn't want to say anything.
Okay, it's like I'm aware. I don't know why. It only seems to happen with Discord that I can tell.
I have
But
no
then I don't
idea.
use my camera for many other things at all.
It may be the refresh rate between your cam and
Yeah, no, that's
And
probably it,
Discord.
actually.
Okay. I might need to do some adjusting, but it's been about 2 hours. Do we want to do the ceremonial annihilation of the Over the Edge Twitter?
Sure. Let me get OBS up real quick so that when you pop up your stream.
Yep. Now, one thing I've noticed is that there was a band I followed a while back that got really, really, really hyper transphobic. So I opened up my screen and saw them, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I haven't been on Twitter in a very long time. So, I'm going to pop the screen now.
Sorry about my super sensitive, really loud mic.
You're
Oh,
fine.
your mic's fine.
No, no, yeah, your mic's fine. Oh, wow, holy shit. Jesus, Rask.
What? Brighter than bright. Well, it's going to die soon. Don't worry. Okay. Profile.
No, not just brighter than bright. Hold on, I'm just gonna click watch.
Yeah, he is.
Oh god, okay, let me...
Look, really old photo of
Yeah.
me.
What the
All of a
fuck?
sudden, this is like everything's just like, yeah, all over the place.
Okay.
Okay, Rask, hold on.
Hold on. So yeah, you're gonna want a whole new,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
yeah.
Would it be easier if I just switched it to a dark mode? If I
No, no, we're not
No,
talking
it's
about the
not your
lights.
brightness. It's about the fact that it's added something else to the background to the amount of screens. So
Yeah, hold on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Skulk real quick. Oh, we're in focus. Okay, so if I hit grid and then hit live, can it? Okay, nope. There we go.
The last Over the Edge post was over a year ago, apparently.
Did Gamer leave us?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
All
Okay,
he's
let
just
me know
very
when-
quiet.
Pop that
Just
down.
watching the mayhem pursuit.
Oh no. Why are you being a douche? It only
That's all
exists as long as the window is up, but as long as the window is up, I can't see OBS. Oh, you douche of a thing.
Yeah. This is
Okay, we're gonna try
No.
that. Nope. God damn it. Damn it, Rask, you just had to want to do this tonight.
You gotta admit, it's a good night to do it.
I don't have to admit shit. Okay, we're gonna do it this way.
You do to yourself.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is the most ghetto way to do it, but I don't give a shit.
Knows the theme song to do 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 do. I
What,
don't even
Jeopardy?
know what game that is.
Everybody
Okay,
knows
yeah,
Jeopardy.
Okay.
Fit to screen.
It was always funny when they had Tom Hanks on Jeopardy, especially when they had him play himself as being hyper incompetent.
Okay.
He was also,
Get
of
that
course,
over
on
there.
Black Jeopardy, which got awkward.
I really, really don't care that this looks like shit. Okay, there,
Oh,
fine. That's good enough right now. We can see the over the edge Twitter.
okay.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna
Really?
refresh the stream to see how it looks.
Which of course takes it away.
Does it?
It's just a black screen. There you go.
Yeah, great.
And now it's gone.
It really does not like. Okay. There. Okay.
I feel like you're treating us like a child, like it's a case of peekaboo.
no object permanence. Okay, so I'm in OBS. We can see the over the edge Twitter
Okay.
in light mode. You
Let's
Philistine.
go to the Over the Edge shit Twitter. Alright, I'm going to more. Settings and privacy, I'm guessing. Deactivate your account. This will deactivate your account.
Hold on. Everybody get a drink. We gotta toast this shit.
Why are you getting rid of your account exactly?
Password. If I can't, I think I know where it is.
Everybody's getting rid of their Twitter because Twitter is a dumpster fire right now and it's getting worse. Everybody has been moving to Blue
I've
Sky.
been on it.
Which, by the way, I do have a Blue Sky. I just do not have the link in the description, but I will provide
Yeah, I
that
have
in
Blue-
later episodes.
Look,
I have a
you may
Blue
need
Sky
to
as well.
walk me through Blue Sky because either it doesn't like my browser, which is possible, or
Do you have an invite?
no.
You don't need an invite right now.
Oh, did they open
And I
it?
tried-
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
it's-
cool.
It said it didn't need an invite, but it
Dick.
kept trying to get me to verify something and then not sending me the code or not letting me type in my code when it did send it. It
Okay,
got
yeah,
weird.
so I'd suggest using a different browser. Personally, I use Opera GX, which is absolute shit, but hey.
I'll consider that one. Opera GX!
That was the most bullshit thing.
No. Okay, we ready?
Yes, we're waiting.
I almost tapped on the stream in Discord instead of the actual browser. Okay, let's try this.
We're professionals.
We're gonna try this. Okay, so the password is ...
I mean, the thing's gonna be deactivated, so it doesn't matter.
Password was incorrect. Give me a sec.
He doesn't know his password. Well, we're gonna be here for the rest of the night.
Twitter, you think?
I mean, it's a good thing I have whiskey like strategically stored around my room.
What, in various
Found it.
locations?
Yes, I have a bottle near my bed. I have a bottle on my desk. I have a bottle on the end table. They're not like huge ass
Under your
bottles.
pillow?
They're like the little airplane bottles.
Oh.
Found it.
Buys,
Okay,
buys
there
some
we go.
blasphemy.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yay!
And the
Okay.
crowd went mild.
We can all
True.
drink to that now.
And I get to mess up OBS again.
Actually, you don't.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm just going to remove this source now.
Okay.
And we're going to see how bad that actually works. Pop that. Pop me back. Oh, wow, you did fuck up. So I got to remove everybody again.
Why are you removing everybody?
Because when you crop and then try to go back, the way it messes up is that it's on the extreme black end, and I cannot find the picture for the life of me.
But it should be back.
Should be. Guess what? It ain't.
Did you change one of them when you were trying to get?
Nope.
Shit.
I didn't change anything.
All right. As we are going into Brady Bunch mode again, I
You
just want to
guys
say
are
one-
seeing what I'm seeing, so like when I'm showing everything, we're
I
not
just wanna
seeing my
say-
OBS, but like you're seeing what I'm seeing in OBS.
regarding our earlier Brady Bunch references on the talking heads on screen. I'm going to just admit it right now. I frequently mixed up the theme song to the Brady Bunch in my head back then with the cartoon version
Oh wait, you know what it is?
of Sabrina.
Now let's see
Did
how
you
that
say
works.
with the cartoon version of Sabrina?
Yeah, the one by Filmation, the same group that did the Archie cartoon,
Yeah.
Star Trek cartoon, later
And He-Man.
Yep.
They did He-Man as well.
He-Man.
And Thundercats, I think.
No, they did not do Thundercats. That was
Really?
that was Rankin Bass.
Oh,
You know,
There you go.
Flight of Dragons, Frosty the Snowman.
Almost had it.
Yeah, I almost had it. And my screen went wide for some reason.
And you can blame Filmation for the Christmas special that is canon, where Skeletor saved Christmas.
I don't want to be nice. I want to be evil.
That's the thing about Christmas Skeletor. It makes you feel good.
Hey, it can't be as bad as the Star Wars Christmas special. Okay.
That's what you
I'll watch
think.
the He-Man one over and over again. I can't watch the Star Trek one. Star
Wars. Yeah.
Wars.
Nothing can be as bad as
I was about to say,
Star Wars
guys,
one.
I don't know that there is a Star Trek Christmas special.
Let Lower Deck.
Just an episode of Patrick Stewart constantly making hot chocolates in the replicator.
I mean,
No,
is
I
it,
think Data would be
no,
the
no,
one
no,
that-
no. You know what it would
That's-
be?
and
It
that's,
would
that's
be.
literally the whole episode is the replicator's damaged, and he's trying to make Earl Grey tea, and it's just constantly making hot chocolate. He's like, "No, God damn it, Earl Grey tea!" I said.
No. Q shows up and says, "You fool! I could have given you hot chocolate like that." What the? And it turns out the replicator is now screwing with Q.
It's one of those episodes where the ship's computer gained sentience and was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
I love those episodes because I was like, yeah, if I was the computer of the Enterprise, that'd be my response.
Did anybody else hear about the rumor that they're going to make another trilogy for Star Wars?
Please no.
Yes. Well, no, it's not a rumor. They've actually announced that they're going to be doing that.
Please stop
They're
crushing my
doing
dreams.
Good.
12, 13, and 14, I think.
I hate you.
When did he?
10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12. That's what it is. Sorry. Yes.
I hate
not,
you.
Yes.
Stop crushing my
Because
dreams.
when I saw it, it was somebody bitching and moaning about the about they announced 10, 11, 12 as the new trilogy. How are they going to make a trilogy out of 2 movies? And it's like,
Can you count, you fucker?
yeah. It was just kind of like, wait, what?
I know that you got an American education, but 10, 11, 12, 2 does not make.
Can anybody else here say that they saw the very first Star Wars in the theater?
No,
Not the very
because
first one, no.
you know what? I'm not even going to finish that statement.
I saw
Apparently,
Jedi.
I am fucking old.
I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater when it came out. But
Yeah, so did I.
I didn't see any of them in theater, but I did. We did get them on VHS, like right when they hit VHS.
I still have those.
Yeah, we do. Well, my parents do. I decided to leave all my VHS stuff with them.
what we have
I was like, no, I'm good.
what we have at my family house is we made tape copies of what we got at the library for VHS.
So you stole them.
Exactly. And
Look,
so
look,
we
it
didn't
is
do
called Pirates of the Geek Vortex. There is a reason.
I mean, that's okay. You know what? That's fair. Yes,
But
that is fair.
on top of that, we didn't even record them in the good mode. We put them in the 6-hour mode.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's right.
See, for me, it was for my family. It wasn't the library. It was
Blockbuster.
Royce Reynolds rentals.
Well, we had Curtis Mathis.
What the hell is that noise?
That's my instant messenger. Someone's pinging me. I'm just letting them know I'm in podcast.
Oh, okay. It's the sudden.
I don't know.
You always know when you were a kid and your parents were like just renting videos from video stores and then just recording them onto blank tapes. You've like later on in life you find all these blank tapes for Winnie the Pooh and everything, and they have the warning at the beginning saying don't copy this movie, and your parents are like, oh fuck that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Thing
come
I
on.
got-
Well, they tried to make that a big thing with the you wouldn't download whatever, and everyone's like, you wouldn't download a fucking bear. Yes, I would. Fuck you.
Someone made an EMV out of that. We showed it at ACES.
Please tell me you guys saw the IT crowd version of that. Oh my god, that's so funny. You wouldn't kill a policeman, then shit in his hat, then return his hat to his grieving widow, and then steal it again, and then piss in the hat. Pirating movies is illegal. It's like,
Okay,
what?
someone took the thing and did a one-piece version of it that we showed at Anime Central, and it said, "You'd steal some food." you'd steal a car. So why not steal a movie? Piracy, boom, is, boom, awesome, boom.
That's funny.
Yes.
As I said in the intro, even though I failed, I cannot think of a more appropriate time that we've named our streams Pirates of the Geek Vortex and Howling into the Void.
Thing I pirated the most? Already bootlegged anime, complete with the commercials still in it off of NHK.
There you go.
Oh god, Japanese
You know
commercials.
what? Hang on.
Fucked up.
Hang on. I wanna actually share that clip. Can I share that clip and you can show it on your on the stream? Is that possible?
I'm sure it's possible. Am I not lazy enough to do it?
Possible, yes.
Do I want to?
Easily able to be done.
Yeah.
What is it? Impossible? No.
It's a very short.
Improbable, yes.
It's a very short.
No, I need to. I see. One of us needs to sit down with. I need to sit down with Cade here and explain to him the benefits of an insane number of.
Well, anyway, that's the video right there. It's a very short clip. It's funny as hell.
Okay,
I
here.
do
You know what?
recommend.
We can do it this way. This is what you should be doing. We go into the video itself, and we go into this handy little thing called the chat box, and then we just put it there.
It's in the. What are you talking about? It's in the chat box on Discord.
Yes,
No,
but
he-
if you put it in the chat box on YouTube, then
On
everybody who
in
watches
OBS.
it.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, I need to show
No,
Caden how to set up
No.
multiple scenes
No.
and
I
the
have
benefit
multiple
of having-
scenes. I was doing good that I managed to make 2. Okay.
Girl, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go. lay
But
down.
yes, I do need to just sit down with you one day and like learn shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of little things to OBS that make it.
Yeah, I also
super-
I downloaded Streamlabs just to like go through it one day, see if that's something that's more simple for me. Probably not.
Streamlabs has a lot of benefits. It does have a lot of benefits. I will say that.
The furries are rioting.
But yeah, you guys should watch that that clip. It's like I said, it's not very long, and that's the pirate. That's the IT crowd pirate video. It's making fun of those anti-piracy videos. It's funny as hell.
The thing I pirated the most, though, I told you it was the VHSs of shows straight from Japan, but that was due to our local anime club. You would show up, they would bring an AMV or an anime library. You got an anime card, or a library card to it if you stayed long enough, and I checked out everything I possibly could and made dubbed copies of them.
Okay then.
Okay, here's a question that's
How many
gonna
of those series never made it over?
establish our geek cred. What is your favorite form of video media?
Can't be VHS because every time you go to rewind it, it just gets stretched out, and next thing you know, you can't. It just gets fucked.
Everybody who had a VHS knows that wonderful high-pitched whine just before you hear that dit, and you know you
I'm waiting.
fucked up.
I'm just waiting for Olaf to say Betamax.
I prefer Betamax. I have watched Gone with the Wind on both VHS and Betamax. Fuck you, I will take Betamax.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, Betamax did have the better quality.
What
But there
VHS
wasn't-
won over was time.
No, that wasn't it. It was porn.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
VHS won out over Betamax because of porn.
The official reason they like to give is that VHS had a longer run time, so you could fit a better, more movie onto less tapes, but yeah, it was porn.
Because the creator of Betamax refused to let porn be on his medium, isn't that right?
Yep.
And as for my favorite one...
But to
of
be
all-
fair, would you want to watch a porno when you have to change tapes every 20 minutes?
Sorry, my hands are busy.
Exactly! Like, you're getting into it, it gets right into that scene, you're like, yeah! Oh, god damn it!
Alright, but my favorite format for watching videos is being 5 years old in a theater in the 80s with all the popcorn smell and the right level of lighting.
You watched porn in the theater while you were a child in the 80s?
With Bugs Bunny commercials.
Bill Murray is in every porn commercial.
That's how
It's
wrestling
just how
got
it works.
his. That's how wrestling got his sex education. Okay, leave him alone.
He was in that theater,
mean-
he looked over, it was Paul Rubens, and he's like, Pee-wee?
No,
Teach
I
him
know.
to be
Theater
fine.
that you do black light into.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to redo that joke. Let me wind it back. He looked over, it was Paul Rubens, and he's like, Lefty?
Oh my god.
But okay, beyond that, favorite format? Bloody hell!
If anybody says Laserdisc, we're canceling you.
I stopped myself.
Peace out.
Please.
Night.
I thought about saying that, but then the theater came into my head, and I remembered seeing Ghostbusters when it first came out.
Okay, yeah, but how many of us had a projector in our house that we could...
I wasn't doing that. I was at my local theater.
Yeah, he's just.
I should have been more specific. Home video media.
And back in the 90s, you know, it was lucky I could just take my bicycle over, go to the local theater. It was like, it gradually went up from $2, and you know, when I started that, to $3.50 by the time I graduated. And now you go into a movie theater, and oh my God, the prices. The show, the food.
There has been many a time where I've seen a movie that I want to watch, and then I'd walk into the theater and be like, I'm too poor to watch this goddamn movie.
It also doesn't help that most movie theaters now serve open alcohol in theaters. Or
Yep.
at least in Canada they do. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple of those around
These
here.
bars. Yeah. And then we always whenever I don't go to the theater very often, but whenever we do, we do the max experience. So we do like the moving seats and the 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go all out whenever we But and that explains why I don't go to the theater very often.
Well, see, around here,
because you're paying an arm and a leg.
I always know which movies are going to be good around here depending on what theater they're released in. Because all the best movies are never released in our IMAX theater.
Yeah.
They're always shoved to a smaller theater.
The last movie I saw with the moving seats into 3D was Fantastic Beasts or whatever, that Harry Potter one.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, otherwise known
The
as
first one. The first
Spot
one.
Johnny Depp.
And it was really annoying because every time they used their wands, my freaking ass would vibrate, and I'm like, come on now, like, it's a goddamn.
We didn't need the vibrator allegory that clear.
Oh, you little
No,
shit.
no. They were using the toy brooms for that.
No.
No.
Hitachi is specifically called a magic wand.
No.
No,
You don't
the
fight.
toy brooms.
Yeah, I know.
The Harry Potter toy brooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids were using them
So that was going to be our
because they
original.
felt really nice on the privates.
That was going to be our original topic
Oh.
for tonight. Not that specifically, not toy brooms and children.
I'm like,
No. No,
Yeah,
the
interesting
original
topics.
topic was going to be separating art versus artist. And then I was like, yeah, let's not do that because we have way too many examples. We'd be here for like 3 days.
I just had to drop an artist from the Over the Edge playlist.
Oh, I mean, okay. It's not often that I bring that part of my life into the stream, but I went over onto my Fur Affinity and I was just like unfollowing artists left and right. Every time they're like, we won, or haha, go cry, libs. I was like, yep, fuck you. Get off of my list. I
Oh yeah,
don't
I've
need
been
you.
doing that. I've been doing that.
Yeah. This was one who was basically very, very, let's just say very bigoted. But then he has been suddenly switching his. I should have known something was up. He was switched his icon to basically Trump giving the double bird. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Between that and the other statements, I'm pretty sure I can block and
Well,
unfollow
see,
you on every social media.
They can't. They keep telling you that you can't judge a person by their art or like their taste. I'm like, first of all, yes, you fucking can. Don't give me that shit. Second of all, I know when an artist that I'm following is about to go downhill, because for some reason, and again, this is like that part of my life. Like for some reason, the fetish art that they start churning out starts taking a very specific turn. So when I start seeing that come up on my feed, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of you right now. And for some reason, the weirdos, like the really bigoted racist ones, always get into diapers right before they like start getting into shit.
Well, now I have to revisit a webcomic I had to drop.
Yeah, I was like,
mean, okay.
if I wanted to look at this psychologically, I'm sure I'd be fascinated. But I don't want to deep dive into this.
Right.
I mean, I just gotta. I have to point out the way you said it.
What?
That's the way that you preferably want them to get into that. Is to get into diapers before they get into shit.
No. It's the other way around.
No, you want them to have it contained. You don't want it you don't want it everywhere.
Look. You have your fur fetish. I have mine.
That's a matted fur fetish at that point.
No, it's not. No. Trust me. You don't want to get into this argument with me. You do
God.
not. I have years of experience. I will drag you down into the cesspit and beat you to death.
Okay, honest question. When they have the diaper thing, don't they call them crinklies?
Occasionally,
What I'm-
there's
Okay.
so each level of a fetish, unfortunately, and gamers can back me up here. Each level of a fetish in our
Unfortunately.
community has a different tag.
Okay.
So like, there's just diapers where it's like, okay, I just enjoy wearing them. Then there's crinklies where they wear them specifically for the sound and feel. And then there's baby furs, which are shoot on sight, please, for the love of God. And then, yeah, it just gets worse and worse from there.
Okay, because
Wait.
that's what I understood, is that they were called crinklies. And then I thought maybe I was wrong, but just
Well,
had
we
to verify
also
that they-
we have this habit of just separating everybody into like extreme boxes. So we used to all just be furries. And then it was like, no, furries specifically refers to any species that has fur. If you're an avian, you're a scaly. If you're if you're an avian, you're a feathery. If you're a reptile, you're a scaly. If you're a dragon, you're a scaly with this. And I was like, why? Why did we have to separate?
That's breaking it down a lot.
It's like, remember when
lot.
we were all just called sick fucks? Remember that? Can we go back to that?
I love you. You are my heart and soul.
There is a specific tag that I still use when I want to piss off the newer members who are pissing me off. And I'm just going to call it the double F. Because people who know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even I don't even consider myself one anymore, to be honest. I haven't done anything furry related since 2019. Like, I'm just not interested in it anymore.
I
It just
mean, with
became
the
a mess.
way
It
the
became a
whole
mess
thing has...
with how
Exactly.
all these new people came in and started being like cunts. It's like, oh well, you know, like I can bring in my weird ass fetishes and make this even more like.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
like here's the thing. Like, what people don't realize is that when you want to look at the political climate or like just the social climate of the world, look at fetish spaces first. And furries have been dealing with nationalists and racist and alt movements for years now. It has been getting bad. That alone told me what the fuck was happening. The moment we had a whole group come out That is bold-faced fucking white supremacy and Nazis in the fur community. I was like, okay, the world's going to shit.
I remember there was this suitor that I ended up getting to know quite well, and a lot of people hated him. And he had like a Confederate flag etched into the back of his suit. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about because he was very controversial.
Yes, and
And
then
I
he later upped the ante and
I-
made his entire suit
Well,
the Confederate
I
flag.
ended up talking to him quite a bit, and we were good friends for a while. And I found out a lot of shit about him that he never told anybody. But that suit was literally just made to troll. There was no other reason for it. He wasn't trying to make a statement or anything.
But the whole problem is that when he was called out on it, even when they were like, "Hey, can you just tell us that it's a troll?" He doubled down. So like,
I know he did.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. Is don't double down when you get called out and you're like, "Hey, is this just you trying to troll and be funny?" If you're trolling, just say you're trolling. Like, we'll probably be like, okay, like you get a couple more years before we get pissed off. But when you double down,
You can't troll with something like that. That is so wrong. You cannot do that. You know, if you're going to be trolling or something, you don't use the Confederate flag.
Or
You don't make your furry about it.
I think if they, I would say the same thing. Like if they came in as a furry in an SS uniform, or God's help us, a Klan hood.
Well, that's happened. That's already
Oh God, that's bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's already happened.
we're just gonna cough loudly and be like, "Do not speak." Shadman, peace and effects.
Hell.
Hayden, sorry.
Yeah, the moment I heard you say something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's. Even though I'm like, I'm not in the scene, but it's like, okay, yeah, that's.
Someone out there is cosplaying Nazi pandas. Great.
No, actually, Dobermans are the go-to species for that.
I hate that there's an answer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But it just, I don't know. The conventions lost their fun for me too. It's just like,
Look,
you're paying like thousands of dollars to go to this thing, and it's like, it's just so, I don't know. It's just a waste
well,
of money
not
to
just
me.
that, but anyone can start a convention now.
Yeah. Pretty sure Trump has them all the time.
Oh my God, a Trump
I
furry.
my Bible.
No, stop. A Trump furry convention.
No, you need to stop talking now, okay? I forbid you from saying that.
Would it just be?
Unless you're gonna
Would
be
it
like
just
Marcus-
be a bunch of people cosplaying different versions of Garfield?
Is that-
Garfield?
You name
No,
another
no,
famous orange animal.
Bill the cat.
Garfield likes
That's a
lasagna,
deep cut.
not burgers.
Heathcliff? Is Heathcliff one?
Heathcliff.
No?
Now Heathcliff.
Is he
Heathcliff
orange?
could work. Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
Alright, so we got
Okay.
Garfield, Bill the cat, Heathcliff.
The
He
fact
would
that
prob-
they're like,
He would probably try to
Hobbs.
steal Hobbs.
No, anybody that tries to steal Hobbs, they're going to be shitting their teeth for a week.
There would
What?
be at
Is it
least
just me?
one. There would be at least one
Did you-
Komodo scaly.
did you guys see that speaking of Calvin and Hobbes, did you guys see that there was like an animated comic that was released more recently? It wasn't done by Bill Watterson, I think that was his name.
It
That's
was
his
Bill
name.
Waters. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
But he didn't write this comic. It was like supposed to be the ending of Calvin and Hobbes, and what it was Calvin on his deathbed as an old man, and they bring in the Hobbes. He said he has one last request before he dies, and he says, I want to see my good buddy one more time. So his wife brings in Hobbes, like the little doll, and then he goes, can you leave me alone for a sec? And then leaves him alone with Hobbes, and then Hobbes becomes, the actual tiger. And then they have this talk about how Calvin's dying, and his one last wish is to send Hobbs to his grandkids, because he has grandkids. So he says, would you be there for my grandkids like you were for me? He's like, I'll do anything for you. And then that's how the comic ends. Is the little Hobbs plushie ends up going to the grandkid of Calvin.
Oh yeah, there's been a
And
fan
it was
comic.
such a good end compared to what Will Watterson wrote. I'm like, why the fuck did you write? Why didn't you write something like that? Where it's
Well,
like continuing the legacy. Instead, he
There's
just ends
been
it like,
a-
well, that's it.
Yeah,
Hater,
We're
now
done.
I'm depressed.
there's been a fan comic for years where Calvin actually gave Hobbs to his daughter. And
Yeah, that's right.
He can still see Hobbs, but like now Hobbs is teaching his daughter, and they call it Hobbs and Bacon.
Didn't Calvin marry Susie? Because of course Calvin married
Yes.
Susie.
Yes.
Well, who else was he gonna marry? The teacher?
Yeah, there were like
There were three
Three
females
women.
in that entire comic.
His mother. No.
Also, I get why Watterson ended the way he did. It was on the exact 10-year mark. And it was that the final line was, "Let's go exploring." I know because I saved
Yes,
the
that is.
day.
Yeah, I have this big book which is all of Calvin and Hobbes, all of the comics.
The authoritative
And-
Calvin and Hobbes.
I think I can't remember what it's called, but it's got every single comic in color, and it's really nice.
I've got 3 of those books that my dad bought from Costco. They're all hardbound and in this little beautiful case. And yeah, I have that.
My sister has mine now. She has all my Calvin and Hobbes and all my Bloom County and Outland.
Gave all of the Bloom County, I gave them all away when I moved. Have this much room.
To be fair,
1,400 square feet to 750. Gave it all away.
somebody gave me a copy of a Bloom County anthology, which included the Bill the Cat getting the brain transplant with Donald Trump. I didn't
Yeah.
understand it as a kid.
Now you do. And now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know all those Ed Koch jokes that they make in the strip. Now you know who the hell that was.
Well, now I'm sitting there like, this is still not accurate because Trump would never be this magnanimous.
Also, Bloom County is still being done. Berkeley Breathed has a Facebook account where he keeps uploading new strips. Caden, are you about to have a heart attack?
I don't think I have a heart to attack anymore. This is keeping it running at this point. The heart palpitations are the only thing keeping me going.
You don't have a circulatory system, you have osmosis, and it's driven by caffeine.
Pretty much.
But yes, Facebook account, look for it. You'll want to go back a few years when it officially ended and internet only. Because, you know, hard times are good. You're about to be into a witness.
No, I'm actually on TV tropes, looking at villain protagonists of advertisements. Oh, okay, this is South Africa. South Africa is fucked up. This is worse than Canadian PSAs. And that's saying something.
I've seen your Canadian PSAs, like the woman who's about to get married and then she slips in the kitchen.
Yes.
What? I've never even seen. What are you talking? I've never.
It's a Canadian.
yeah.
Oh, shh. It's a Canadian safety PSA, and they open up in a kitchen with this woman, and she's smiling brightly. She's preparing things. She's like, "It's the best day of my life. I just got a promotion at my job. I just got a great raise. I'm about to get married today." And then she turns around with this giant stock pot, and she's like, "I'm also about to have an accident at work." Slips on some oil on the fucking floor. The entire pot just like goes over her face. It's boiling soup or something, and like she hits the floor and they zoom in on her face as it burns and bubbles, and she is screaming bloody murder. And they're like, "Brought to you by the Canadian Worker Safety Administration." I'm like, what the fuck, Canada?
No. There were some bad ones, because I remember seeing some, but not. I've never seen that one, but I saw some where like this guy got he put his hand near like a I can't remember. It was like a trash compactor or something like that. I don't know. All of them are gory as hell, and I'm like, it's weird. Like, I mean,
Oh,
I
the
don't know.
landmine one. Oh,
Hold on,
fuck.
hold on.
I
Oh,
forgot.
okay, hold on. Let me read this for you. So they have a list of like villain protagonists for advertising. This one is Biggie Bear. I've never heard of Biggie Bear, but apparently he's a public service announcement made in 2004 by Parents for Responsible Viewing of South Africa. Okay.
So this isn't from Canada?
No, this is from South Africa.
you just say Canada.
We all say Canada.
Yes, I did. Canada.
So tropes
Okay.
associated with Biggie Bear. Acts crazy.
Don't hate me, gamer.
No, what?
Yeah. So it says acts crazy. Biggie Bear is completely fine with committing murder, drugging people, and raping anyone he wishes whenever he wishes. We're already off to a
This
great
is an
start.
advert?
This is a public
is
service
an advert?
announcement.
Good lord.
Let's see. When Mr. Rabbit interrupts Biggie Bear's intro, Biggie beats the hell out of him, shoves a gun in his mouth, and pulls the trigger. What the fuck, South Africa?
Okay.
What
Okay.
and what is
Let's
Biggie?
go back to
What is
boiling
the
soup.
public service announcement there?
That's what I was
Wanna
about to say,
interrupt
is-
people, or else you get your ad blown off.
You want to know what Biggie is supposed to be advertising against? Children seeing things on TV that are too mature for them.
I mean,
Bravo.
okay,
Bravo.
let's just be honest here for a moment. This is the country that gave us Elon Musk, so
I mean, but they also gave us the Antwoord. Okay, that's not exactly a better.
So we have to be nice. So we have to be nice because
no,
and
we have to
Musk-
we have to be understanding that this is a fucked up place.
it is. It
They
really is.
spawned Elon Musk.
I mean, like, I was about to say, I
Surely
was like,
Sarah.
okay, South Africa, what the fuck? And then, like, the other part of me was like, apartheid. And I was like, oh, yeah.
I still remember back in the day when Resident Evil 5 first came out, the one that's in Africa, and the president or whatever the fuck he was at the time of Africa or whatever, he was trying to sue Capcom, saying, "Oh, you're making us out to be savages in this game when we're not. You're gonna cause us to lose tourists and stuff like that." And so they tried to sue Capcom over Resident Evil 5, and it never went. I don't even think it went anywhere. But I just thought it was so funny. It's like, yeah, but that's a game where they're like turning into mutants and eating people's faces off. So I don't understand what the relation is. I mean, it's not like all of you people in Africa turn into mutants and eat tourists' faces off. So what's the deal?
As we all go silent.
Because I'm pretty sure no tourist is going to play a Resident Evil game and go, geez, well, that's why I want to go to Africa. I want to go there and get my face eaten off.
So you remember that story
Or
about the
blown
dude?
off by a shotgun.
Remember that story
Yeah.
about the dude who did a shit ton of bath salts and then ate someone's face?
That was Florida.
People wanted to do bath salts
Sounds
after
about
that.
right.
Yeah, I do remember that.
They were like, "Hey, if this
Everybody
makes,"
was all up in arms.
they're like, "If this makes people want to eat
Bath salts.
faces, I want to try this drug."
So it really bath salts, or did they just name it bath salts?
No,
They
the
just
drug
made
is named bath
Guys?
salts.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay.
It's like, you know, when we
I'm
But people
when we
people
had,
decided to actually eat the real bath salts.
well, for a while that's what people actually
I
thought.
don't do drugs. I don't understand this. Other than I did hear the news that he was on bath salts and ate the guy's face off.
Well, that was the thing. Like,
So yeah,
unless you were in the drug scene when it first came out, you didn't know what bath salts were. I was in middle school when that happened, so I was like, wait, he just like grabbed a bunch of that shit you get at Bed Bath and Beyond and like ate it and then decided to eat someone's face off? Why would I want to buy this then?
and that I was that naive too. I'm like, bath salts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
Flavored, what scent did he buy?
it had to be lavender. It was lavender.
vanilla. So anyway, yeah, I didn't understand.
Well, I mean,
yes,
we
I was
took
very naive.
we took MDMA and we named it Molly. Okay.
Oh God!
I don't know the difference between crack and cocaine and meth and Molly and MDMA.
I learned about the
Am I
difference
saying that
between
right?
crack and cocaine. I mean, crack is cocaine, but it's like a more pure version.
I'm just
No,
I'm just
cocaine's the more pure version.
Okay, see, that's what I was about to say. Is like I know there is a difference. I learned about it, but I forgot. So
I'm just reminded of Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home, where Shatner
well,
says,
hold on. There's a third Dungeons and Dragons movie. What the fuck?
Was there a second?
They're not all in one continuity. I mean, I think only the most recent one is a Forgotten Realms movie.
No. This one follows the original Dungeons and Dragons, and there was Dungeons and Dragons: Wrath of the Dragon God. This one is a 2012 made-for-TV movie.
Sci-Fi Channel?
I don't know,
I'm pretty sure it was.
but it is Dungeons and Dragons: The Book of Vile Darkness.
Oh boy.
Wait. You named a character the Slaymate?
All right. In all
So
fairness, in the Ravenloft setting, there was a monster called the Slaymate, and it is an evil puppet that goes out and either manipulates or kills children. Imagine a bunch of little puppeteering Freddy Kruegers.
This
And now
one
they're
says
in
that
these-
the Slaymate is an undead child who feeds off negative emotions.
Okay, they changed it for the movie. That thing's originally from the 90s. It's in my books over here.
Wait, did you say a child that feeds off negative emotions?
Yeah, so a child.
Or Trump? Just saying, I'm just putting two and two together here.
I'll clap.
I'm so glad we're not a big channel.
I was gonna say the original.
I'd have to be like, one of us is getting charged with treason. I just like, can we all just be like, hey, we're just not patriots anymore?
Band.
Hey, you can be patriots, but without,
I mean, if we did,
without supporting Trump.
if we did start our own nation, we could become expats.
I need 1 second because the little girl appears to be going in with the zoomies.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock here, so it's midnight for all you. Well, Gamer, what time is it for you in Canada?
12:51.
Oh, so he's
Oh,
on
okay.
East Coast time, otherwise known as the correct time.
Correct.
Yeah, get fucked.
But you're not in that one part of Newfoundland or New Brunswick, wherever it is that is an hour ahead of Eastern?
He's not angry enough to be a Newfie.
I'm actually part Newfie, believe it or not.
Part Newfie, but you're not pure Newfie. I know Newfies.
Yeah, no, not full Newfie.
I actually don't know where you're from.
Ontario.
Okay, you're somewhat safe.
Safe from what?
From being in Alberta?
There is only
Oh.
one class of people that I hate in this world more than I hate the French. And that's French Canadians.
Californians.
Oh yeah, where I live, there's none of that.
French Canadians are the only people I know that the
That would
French
be
look at and we're like,
most
you are too fucking French.
That would be more Quebec.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
more near
So
me.
I was like,
Yeah.
you're good.
No. Yeah, that's not anywhere near me. I've been there before, and they're pompous and arrogant.
Yeah.
I went there on a school trip, and they were like, I remember going into a video game store, because back then I didn't have consoles, I was a PC gamer. And so I went and picked up some games or something like that. And I'm stupid back then. I was really young. and I didn't think that the games were going to be in French, and so I tried them out after I bought them before bringing them back home, obviously, and then I go to return them, and they would not deal with me because I wasn't speaking French or had a French accent. They're like, no, sorry. They were just completely rude and arrogant.
It got to the point
And
that I could tell a French Canadian on Second Life just by the first line that they spoke to me.
here's another thing that really pisses me off. I don't know if they still do this, but so I had a girlfriend who had a lot of family from Quebec, and so we went on a so it was a road trip, and what we were doing was we were going to Newfoundland. We were driving to Newfoundland, and it took us about a week, and we passed through Quebec and stayed a couple of days there at her family's place. And while I was there, they have these stupid rules where it's like you can park on this street this day, but the next day you got to park on this street over here, and then the next day you have to park on this street over here. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! It's so confusing. And I parked on the wrong street on the wrong day, so I got a ticket, and the ticket said, it gave me like a $20, and then it added onto it an extra $50 because I had Ontario license plates. And I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Wow.
So
You
not
are
only
dicks.
did you break our laws, but you broke our laws while not even being in our territory.
Right? I was just like, wow, so I can't be a tourist? Is that what that is? Because that's bullshit.
How dare you not know our ways?
Yeah. I was like, that was the last time I ever went to Quebec. I'm like, no, that place is too Mickey Mousey for me. Fucking, it's all over the place.
Okay, so here's a question. If we were going to do a pre-recorded video, Rask is not allowed to weigh in on this one because we're not doing Fatal again. Not until I have way, way deeper reserves of mental energy. But if we were going to do a pre-recorded, what kind of things would you guys want to do?
Like, conversation-wise, or what are we talking about?
Like, what kind of content would you want to do in a non-live stream video?
I am still open to running us all through a D&D campaign, or even a one-shot session.
Okay, can
I
gamers
don't
be
know,
the
so I-
warlock
I-
whose
I don't-
patron is chat?
Whose patron is what?
Chat?
As in GT?
No, as in, like, Twitch streamer who's like, chat, what are we doing?
Hey, I have actually played D&D before, though.
I know, but, like, I could totally see you as the warlock. Just be like, chat, what am I casting?
See, I could run D&D, I could run Vampire, I could run Shadowrun.
Yeah, I feel like that would be easier on a pre-recorded video rather than live stream like we tried it.
By the way, I know it's not really Dungeons and Dragons related, but there was a game that came out a couple of years ago which starred British actor Eddie Marsan, and it's Death Trap Dungeon, the game, and it's so well done, and I love this game so much. He's basically the DM, and he just sits in this chair and narrates the entire game for you, and there's multiple paths, there's multiple things that can happen in this game constantly. It's so crazy, and it's so true to the Death Trap Dungeon books. So if you remember the books, the Death Trap Dungeon books, if you have any of them or whatever, if you remember them, this game is actually directed by the creator of Death Trap Dungeon, and so it's ridiculously good. It's on PC and it's on console, and honestly, if you're a fan of D&D or anything like that, you need to pick this up because it's phenomenal. Yeah.
Do we know enough bad D&D, like, Satanic Panic D&D movies that we could run a game as the characters in those movies?
What, Mazes and Monsters?
I was thinking, like, bring in Pardue, the holy man, bring in that dude from Skullduggery. I want to be the warlock.
Look, if I run anything even remotely humorous, we are not wicking it up. We are You are not playing an adventuring party. You are the random encounter.
We could do
I
that.
heard. I heard one idea that that would be horrendous for this.
What?
Go on.
But if Caden's gonna be a warlock,
Oh no, I'm never a warlock. I'm never a mage because I don't keep up with spell slots. You can ask Rascalin. He's run Final Fantasy with me. I am not a mage.
I want to be like Gay. I want to be the high-level mage that has basically just achieved the bare minimum of godhood. Specifically so that I could be the patron of Caden's warlock.
I mean, there is one that is like that, where it was like two childhood friends grew up, and then one became a god, and the other one was like, I'm a paladin. Oh shit, you're my god?
Like I just want to be like, yeah, okay, you know, I'm most of my powers don't work here. That's fine.
Wait.
Fine.
Did you
But
say
I'm your
warlock
patron.
specifically because you know that I can't be a paladin?
No.
Yeah.
Alright. Nightkind, what class would you be if I ran a game?
Well, you know me, rogue.
Okay.
Well, we
Gamer?
can't have two rogue tanks. One of us has to backstab the other.
Probably just a fighter.
Okay.
We can do hunter.
See,
No?
what I wound up doing was
Otherwise, it's the same.
what I think I was a bard, wasn't I?
Yeah, we made you a
See,
bard
this
with
is why I
the
don't play.
charlatan background so that you could entertain.
Every time I hear a bard, I just think of the game, the Bard's Tale.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't to entertain. It was to basically to swindle people.
Oh yeah, no, because you didn't do charlatan for sleight of hand, because you were building yours to be as close to veterinary as possible.
No, Moist von Lipwig.
That's right, yeah. So it was like charisma and sleight of hand were what you wanted.
The last thing I played was technically a bard. Before that, I was playing a Sith in a D&D
Oh!
game.
Rask, I found out how to combine it.
What?
You have to be the patron. You get to pick any one of the other four of us as your warlock. But as the patron, you are the creators of Fatal.
I want you to know just how badly my entire body just shook at the very thought. But it could be worse. There's horror stories about the creators of most games. Like, Gygax and Arneson are usually considered the poster children for, yeah, this got problematic for the creation of D&D. But...
No, here's the
Oh,
question.
boy.
If you are the patron and you are the creators of Fatal, what spells do you give your warlock? Do you go through the Fatal list and give them those spells, or do you just completely make up shit?
I take spells...
Holy crap.
I
And
take,
fatal? Seriously?
I take spells that don't normally have a reverse, and I give them one. Comprehend languages is suddenly, you ain't reading shit.
You feel like you should know this language, but for some reason it's not processing.
Been written in a language of we don't know how to hire an editor.
Proper English now makes your frontal lobe burn.
Now, other games I could run for everyone: Exalted, Nobilis, Saga, Bubblegum Crisis using the fusion system, Big Eyes Small Mouth using either
I love
D20.
how every time you list off another game, you go further and further behind my cam. It's like you're trying to hide from your sins.
My entire house is a sin and an homage to gaming. Like, I've got systems you've never heard of here.
There are so many ways I could take that and make it into horrible jokes, but I'm gonna be nice.
I want to show you all something.
Okay, but keep your shirt on this time.
Yes, yes. Okay, that book is a little buried. Never mind. I will instead grab. No, maybe, no.
Meanwhile,
okay.
Olav has gotten, like, statue.
Oh!
I was like, he's so perfectly still. Is he breathing?
That's the question, isn't it?
He's falling asleep.
Alright, everyone, if I run a game.
He's
you're
not
your
falling
op-
asleep. That would be unprofessional. It's extreme meditation.
Behold,
Does that say the motherfucker?
Mensa Berensen.
I remember. I know that
There
word.
was a video game based partly on this box set. The box set itself is basically a massive, complete drow city.
Okay.
That is one of the things I'm willing to run as an old drow campaign.
Yeah, that's more of Olaf's thing.
Fair. But I have something else.
Although, to be fair, I mean, like, Baldur's Gate is so stripped down, it doesn't really count. But I am a drow in Baldur's Gate, so hey.
Baldur's Gate takes place in the Forgotten Realms, which is the same place that box set I just showed you takes place in. But I've got something a little crazier.
What if we do a campaign where everybody just plays Spaceballs?
I've done that, but behold, 1994's Planescape.
I remember this.
You go out to the realms normally reserved for extremely high-level adventurers.
The question is, where do you throw us?
I can literally run an entire game in hell, and you will be at the standard danger you would be in any other campaign.
But would it really matter that we're in hell? Don't you
For
play games to...
story purposes, yes.
Don't you play games to escape reality?
I mean, the thing is, I would take most of the demons you meet in this game over Trump for president. They're competent.
They can actually make contracts and deals.
They can at least pay.
Concepts.
Hmm?
Concepts of contracts and deals. At least that's what Trump does.
Yes.
He makes a concept.
See, I'm so glad that my players aren't dumb enough to
Sideways.
have fallen for the Fae asking for their names. Unfortunately, that just leads them into a false sense of security because they forget how devious I can actually be.
Other things I'd have.
If a vampire bites a Fae, who gets dominance?
This is going to depend on the nature of the Fae, more so than the nature of the vampire. And the question is, what game world are we talking?
Nope, just classic mythological rules, because if you partake of Fae food, you belong to the Fae, but if you get bitten by a vampire, you are thralled to the vampire. So who gets
My
dominance?
first question is, alright, becoming a vampire is a little more, even in classic folklore, than getting bitten. Things that will turn you into a vampire include a cat and a dog in that order jumping in over your grave.
But we're not talking about turning into a vampire. We're talking about turning into a thrall.
But, in theory, the vampire is already under thrall of its own curse.
Okay, I think you would have to go at it from the look at it as if you were one of the Fae, or more to the point, if you were arguing against one of the Fae. It says that you have to consume of Fae food or drink to be under the thrall of a Fae. Fae blood is not Fae food. The Fae do not eat or drink their own blood.
But the loophole to this is the Fae also say that if you steal from the Fae, you belong to the Fae. Did that blood come out consensually?
Is it really stealing though?
Did they consent?
Whether they consented or not, that's not the point. If you kill and consume a deer, did you steal from the forest?
Technically. Here's the other thing: is it winter court or summer court?
I'm honestly, if I was running a game and it was D&D, I would have them both spontaneously combust. Undeath meets Gossamer, boom.
Yeah. Well, see, there's a thing.
Unless-
The argument
I would-
branches like a ton of different ways, but the summer court versus the winter court is where you get into logistics. Because the winter court will absolutely pull the loophole that although the Fae don't consume their own blood, the Fae food counts as whatever the sustenance is that the guest eats. So because a vampire subsists on blood and life force, it'll count as food.
I'm
Well,
just gonna
then,
go with
in that case, anything that would, if you want to go that far, then anybody who walks into the Fey world is automatically part of them, because you're subsisting on the air that exists in their domain. Therefore, you have consumed something that you are subsisting on, but it doesn't go that far.
Changeling the Lost actually operates on exactly that premise. Interestingly enough, I would also say, if you're going to say this about a vampire feeding off a Fae, what do you do if a human walks up and takes a bite out of a Fae?
Well, then first off, you ask, what the fuck are you doing, you kinky shit?
But, okay, I'm just going to go with only the following ruling. If a vampire grapples and begins drinking from a red cap, the red cap's cap starts going whatever color it was before it started soaking blood.
That would be the better argument, is what type of Fae.
Yeah, like, if we were talking masquerade slash dreaming, or even requiem slash lost, the nature of the vampire doesn't matter nearly as much as the nature of the Fae. And the few vampires that would matter for are very rare, like the ones like the Kiasit, where they are created using Fae blood.
Well, then we get into, like I said, you get the courts. So depending
Sealy,
on,
Unseelie.
yeah, the Seelie versus Unseelie, and depending on what your system is and what your beliefs are, a vampire can't feed on any of the Seelie because of the fact that they are the embodiment of sun and life, which would immediately destroy the vampire.
I tend to go with the idea that, okay, in Changeling the Dreaming, if a vampire bit into a changeling, they would get high. And if they managed to embrace the changeling, that changeling would basically start going into a downward spiral as a vampire. Changeling the Lost.
You ruined a perfectly good changeling. That's what you did. Look at it. It's got depression.
That's exactly what happens. Changeling the Lost. Those changelings technically have lost all their humanity.
How
So
are we
weirdly
getting
enough,
geekier on this
vampire-
channel than we do on Geek Vortex?
Oddly enough, a vampire, if it normally cannot happen at all in Changeling the Lost, but if it were to, you could make the argument that would rehumanize that changeling.
Well, that's what I was about to say too. If the vampire didn't get destroyed by biting a summer court fae, they would immediately turn back to human because undeath is an abomination.
In Lost, that would depend on that particular summer court phase, kith and seeming.
Yeah.
So, wow, I hate that I know this. I used to play another character's fetch in a Changeling the Lost LARP. So I looked 20 years older than him, and I pretended I was his dad.
Like I said, how is it that we're getting more geeky on this channel than we are on the Geek Vortex?
Because you have the bastard who created a Roman Catholic mind flayer insurance agent.
You're on Geek Vortex! Maybe it's because I'm, like... We're so much more open here. We don't stray from topics.
Other horrible things.
We haven't really strayed with the. No, this topic has never even come up. So
I just thought of it
mean,
now. Like, I'm sure that if I had mentioned it on Geek Vortex, we would have gone into it.
I offer you 2 additional settings. The first,
Okay. The Slayers?
add an RPG if you ever saw the anime.
I did not.
Failing that, at least 3 people here have played some version of the next game. They made a tabletop RPG of it. None of you are surprised.
No.
Okay.
I should go back to Remington and find that store that was selling the Fallout card game and buy that.
They were selling it at Gen Con too.
now I did see recently a advertisement for a Kickstarter that is for an RPG that is supposed to be basically based in the Discworld universe.
That could
fully
be
licensed.
amazing or terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure which yet. If it's
I don't know.
good or bad, it all depends on how well they interpret things.
All I can think of is that if you and I ever did play an RPG that is set in Discworld before the events of damn it, what was it called? Where Moist does take over the post office.
Going postal.
Yeah, if we are in any campaign that takes place before going postal, you and I would absolutely be the bastards sabotaging the slats every night. I don't think we'd be as simple as just jamming it, though. I think we'd just, like, confuse the fucking signal and send out other shit.
What sort of one shot would I run for everyone? I need a concept.
Hey, gamers, give us a concept.
I have my concept.
Sorry, concept for what?
Rascalin wants to do a one-shot tabletop RPG with us.
Mm-hmm. I have no freaking clue.
Oh, all right. No one here would even have to worry about the rules. I can take care of those. I walk you through character concepts, and you tell me more about them from a literary standpoint. Let me worry about stats and dice.
So what you want is yes and the game.
And I have the concept. I have the setting.
Okay, go ahead.
Good old Ravenloft. I wrote a scenario years ago that our viewers will both love and hate.
Go on.
I'm just going to say this. Horror comedy.
So our show?
Or Dead Alive.
If I get to be the priest.
I was just thinking Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein. What is it?
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Lisa Frankenstein.
Is anyone not on board with horror comedy?
That sounds all right with me.
Okay.
How
Alright,
strictly
I
are
think-
we defining horror comedy is the question. But yeah, I see everybody like getting glassy eyed and yawning, and I'm about to zone the fuck out.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
That's
let
good.
everybody do outros. I'm not gonna bother with one. So once we're all done with our goodbyes, I'm just shutting off the Discord and the stream.
Easy.
We do things the easy way around here. So, Roulette, who wants to start?
Gentlemen, thank you for having me as always. It's been real
It's been
and
something.
fun. So I'm saying goodnight to everybody from Nightkind, the Lipless Wonder. All right, you guys have a good night.
You
Night.
too.
I'm not even going to bother resetting the cams. Up next,
Who wants to go next? Am I going next?
I guess you're going next. You're the next
Yeah.
one who spoke.
All right. So thank you for having me. It was awesome. And if anybody's interested, I will be showcasing the next DLC in the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection tomorrow. Features 19 more remastered Atari games and talks about the very first console war ever in existence between Atari and Intellivision, featuring in-depth interviews with a bunch of the Atari staff of the 2600. And I'll be streaming that live with Stu's Game Reviews, who is a hardcore Atari collector, and he's going to give us a bunch of trivia about every game that we play. If you want to watch that, that'll be tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on my channel.
Cool.
All right, and I guess I'll go next. As always, thanks for having me. Don't know if I'm going to be streaming this weekend or not. If not, I'll be back Monday. So yeah.
Cool. We'll see you next week, depending on who decides we want to stream. In fact, are you feeling like streaming on Friday, or do you want to just have it here again?
I don't know yet.
All right. Well, we'll get together this week and we'll talk about that. Rascalin, I believe it's your outro.
Tomorrow night, Over the Edge on Community Radio for East Central Illinois, 90.1 FM, WEFT Champaign. But the last Friday of the month is 3 weeks from today, November 30th. I can run the campaign then. It's game night!
Well, it'd be November 29th, actually, but...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, sorry.
You stand corrected. I believe the two showrunners are going to have to get together and decide A, who's running game night, and B, what we feel like, but we'll let you know.
Okay. I will have it ready to go.
Okay.
If people want to we made characters for people before, so we might be able to reuse that. I will go ahead and maybe I'll talk to Nightkind, make a character for her.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you. It's been fun trying to figure out the cams and all of that while we're on stream. And thanks to Nightkind for being here as usual. Yeah, like I said, I don't know which channel we're going to be on next week. If it is on Olav's, we will see you on Pirates of the Geek Vortex. If it's here, we'll see you back in the Void for more Howling. And please, for the love of God, stay safe, find a support system, find anything you can to find some shred of happiness in this moment of what the fuck, we're all gonna die, we're on fire. And with that, I wish you good night, have a good week, and we'll see you next Friday.
And here I thought you were just going to turn the stream off.
I am, right now.